Hi, finally. Oh my god, what a mess. Lesson learned, never start the streaming suddenly unplanned. Everything will go wrong. Also, hi. Hi, Morrigan. Alright. Better late than never, maybe? I don't know. Maybe it would be better if I wasn't doing anything. Anyway, today I was thinking of just streaming this thing that I'm working on, and I'm also thinking of making it just much more relaxed and calm, I say, as my heart is suddenly beating really quickly. So, recently, I don't know, if anyone was following my Twitter, then yesterday I had the idea to just make a kind of like a digital clock for this room that I've finally started making actually be a room. Although it's just like a cube right now. It doesn't even have a front to it. Do you want to see behind the scenes? I'm going to show you behind the scenes. There's no front. It's just this. I mean, there's a lot more in the project, but not a whole lot here right now. Also, why does it say Black Mesa? Please go away. That was yesterday, not now. Hi, Asamiya-chan! いきなり配信しようと思った。So, yeah, hold on. I was gonna try to be speaking quietly today, but I've realized now that I'm nervous I cannot, so I'm turning myself back down. There we go. So yesterday I was making this. I've had to rearrange all my monitors, it's very confusing. Give me a second. And I'm just gonna open up the model I was working on yesterday, which is the clock, and then you'll be able to see everything, and everything will be working fine. And other lies I tell myself. There we go. Whoosh. So, I've been making this clock, which is a digital clock, and there are segments in it that are separate. So there's an inside, but if you look past the segments, like there, there's an inside, and then there's just a segment floating. And if I go over to pose mode, once the armature is visible, I can show you there. Every segment has a bone, so I can rotate. そう。でもこのボーンでこんなのができる。で、前は白、後ろは黒になる。でもまだまだです。So, the front is going to be white and the back is going to be black. And then we can rotate to, you know, so it looks like the segment is on or off. So that's what I'm planning on doing. Arigato! So, just last night I was UV editing this. Hold on. I want to be editing the mesh, not the armature. Boop. So this is each digit. When you go along the row of the UV map, these are the digits. Like this. And then if you go up, this is each segment. Like that. There we go. And then I numbered them, so 0 or 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there are also these colons, which are these, that, and that. And if you wondered why there are two sets, there's one set here, and there's one set here. This will be the front. これが前ですね。And this is the back. これが後ろ。So this will be white, and this will be black. And same with this and this. And this is the inside of the box, and this is the outside of the box. So I can have like a different colored inside and outside surfaces, because you can see through the gap. The inside. 中が見えるから、これで中の色、中 is this 中 Is this inside or outside? 中だと思う。そしてこれは外。違う色ができる。You can have different colors. And what is this? Oh yeah, this one is the sides of each slot. 穴のあれ So we can have, yeah. So now it's what I'm going to do is make a texture for these. And the material over on Unity. Which is here. So, hold on. This camera controls start behaving very strangely after a while. I don't understand why. There we are. So I'm going to put the clock over here. Kabe ni tsukeru na? Dokeo. So I'm going to first of all export it to FBX. Which is for some reason decided to appear over there. And let's just call it clock 7 sec. And I only want this one selected mesh right here. The other ones were used for the making of this. And I'm just going to select selected objects only. And hope that this works. We'll find out. Let's see. Oh, by the way, you can see the insides of... This is a massive behind the scenes view of my stuff. Anyway. So it's here. No name. What is no name? Oh, material? I guess Unity makes a material by default, huh? Interesting. Oh, I could actually paint a texture using this, I guess, but I don't want to. これでテクスチャーが作れると思うけど、これ使いたくない。ペイントの方が簡単だから。It's easy to use Microsoft Paint. So I'm just going to drag this onto here. We'll see where the clock is. Alright, here it is. It's a huge clock. めっちゃ大きいんだけど。So I'm going to drag this. Well, I'm going to shrink this for a start. I'm not quite sure why it's so big, but... Oh, scale is 100. Interesting. Maybe that's a bit too small, actually. Oh my god, it's tiny. It makes me think of the game Superliminal, where you can shrink things to very small and big sizes. And it's completely black right now, because it's actually on the wrong layer, so it's not being affected by my lights. So if I set it to the room... There we go, now the lighting effect's in. Where is it? Ah, here. No, wait, which one was it? This one? I think it was this one. It was not that one. Was it this one? Mega. Look at my eyes. I forget which light it was that affects the room, actually. So that affects the bits. This affects other... UI? Maybe it is just those two. Ah, okay. このライトが ルームのレイヤーだけをblah blah blah blah. He got it. It only affects the rim, everything on the rim layer. Anyway, it's entirely black right now because it has no material. It's also being hit by light only from the back. So I'm going to... let's rotate it around first. Not that way. Which way is it? It's always not the way I expect it to be. This way, okay. Now the rotation point's a bit strange. Anyway. I'll just position it roughly where I wanted. Ah, hold on, my armature. There's no armature in the exported thing either. I need the armature. Armature ga nai kara. I'm gonna re-export it. I need the armature for the bones. There we go, now we have bones. So this is each of the digits. Then inside there we have each of the segments. And then these are the colons as well. And there's the end bones which you can ignore, which just get added. I think they're needed for FBX. Oh my god. What is this? Give me a sec, this is getting a little bit out of control. I'm gonna try and shrink this a bit. The scale is 1 apparently. Why is it so huge? That's bizarre. Okay. It's still huge. Why is it so huge? Let's keep appearing on my other monitor as well. Let's make it 0.01. There we go. Let's rotate it again as well. I'm not sure this is working hugely well. I think it's because the armature now is doing some things. Why do I not see it? Why is it so dark now? Just Unity things. Ah, the inside part is default. The mesh inside it is default. There we go. Ah! Now we can see it. So I'm probably gonna want this bigger. So this is the view you'll see. Oh, it's so bright. So I'm not sure if that's an okay size or not. But I'll just put it somewhere around there for now. Next step is to, this is so bright. Where is the light actually? Oh, the light is there. Okay, that's why it's so bright. So this is just a placeholder material that Unity gives it. You can't change it. So you need to make a new material. So... 新しいメタリアルを作らないと作らない I don't know Japanese well enough, I'm sorry. But I tried to speak it for people. So I'm gonna throw one there. Give it to the clock, or its mesh at least, and now I can control things. So we can... Wow, this is so bright, look at this. I'm gonna need to move it a bit away from the lights actually. Well, look how shiny it is, that looks so nice already. But it's a little bit bright. So I'm gonna make it like a pretty dark and reflective. So to do that I'm just gonna use Paint, I think. Because, you know, why... I don't have Photoshop installed on here for a start. But also, we don't need to go over the top. So I'm just gonna make something like that. Get my blender thing up as reference. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 16 across and 16 up. I'm just gonna use a 32 by 32 bitmap because the smallest bitmap size you can have on Unity is... Actually, no, that's not true. I think I can only scale them down to 32 by 32. But let's have a look. If I just save it. Inside the same folder, which is... I'm gonna go to Assets, Extra Models, 7 segment clock, Textures, and I'll save it inside here. So there it is. And when you choose the maximum size of a texture in Unity, you can only go down to 32. That's why I'm going to choose make a 32 by 32 bitmap. I'm also going to have no... I'm not sure if that's what I want actually. I think I want no filtering. And clamping. And we don't need a mid-map if we're having such a small texture. A mid-map is just like... You start with the full-size texture, and then you also have like a half-size one. And inside that, when you have a half-size again, and inside that you have half-size again. And then when it's rendering, it will just choose the lower resolution, smaller textures from a distance. So that you get sort of... Because you don't need the high detail texture when it's rendering from far away, so it's a bit faster. And it also avoids kind of jagged looking edges caused by trying to put too much detail in from a distance. I can show you this. So if I just make everything purple to begin with, and then we throw that into the material, just hide a few things to make this easier to deal with. So now we have a purple texture. Wow, look at that. Also, is my... I just realized, is my chat even working on my game? On my overlay? Let me just check something. Test. Okay, it's working. これ、頭の上がちゃんと動く。よかった。Is this one bone rotated? Why does that one bone look different? This is a bit strange. Don't know why that's the case. But anyway, I'll worry about that later. Let's just make the material and the texture for now. So, I want it to be very reflective. But this is so dark over here that you can't see. I was hoping you'd be able to see the wall's reflection on the edge. Here. こっちが暗すぎる。壁が見えない。ね？ reflection? に reflection? 映らない? I don't know how to explain. Because the light is here. So the light doesn't hit it. If it's over there, it does. So, I could probably just add a second light. I'll do that for now. I'll just duplicate this light, and I'll call it top left front. I'll name this to have back to avoid confusing me. Back, top right, back, top left, front, top left. Now I've got this really extra bright area, so I'll just move this over to there. Where should it be? Right, this one is at a Z of 0.25. If I'm variety, this whole thing is 2.5 wide. So that needs to be 2.25 to be in the same position. Okay, anyway. So now it's bright enough. More kurakanai. So I can now just set up the material first to actually have a proper reflection. For that you need a reflection probe. So I guess I'll make one just for the clock. Might be a bit overkill, but I think it will look nice. So let's just try. How do you do this again? Light, reflection probe. There we are. Where is it, by the way? Oh, it's down here. So what this does, this is basically a camera that looks all around in a 360-degree view. And it's seeing nothing right now. Where is that? Oh, there we are. So you can see it. It's basically a camera that takes 6 photos, like all around like in a cube, so up and down, front and back, and left and right. and then maps it onto a sphere in this case. But this sphere is just to show you what the camera is seeing. The real value in the reflection probe is any nearby objects can also have this reflection mapped onto them. So it's like a way of having things that look like real reflections done kind of cheaply. Especially because you can tell it to only refresh at the very beginning instead of on every frame. Anyway. And you choose the resolution as well. So this is very low resolution. You can increase that to have, you know, much more detail if you really want. I think it's unnecessary. We'll be viewing it from a distance, from here, so... Yee. Okay, so... And it also only needs to reflect the room and the avatar and stuff, so I'm gonna disable everything. I'm just gonna have it on the room. And I guess my avatar as well. Yeah, it should be okay. There's some other things like emotes. This is when someone sends an emote. For example, like this. This thing flying across the screen over there is an emote. Actually, if I run this, I can show you. Hold on. It won't be able to track. Won't be able to receive my motion, unfortunately. This is running a bit slowly, actually. Holy crap! Oh my god! I think my computer's struggling with running a bunch of things. Oh my god! My sound's cutting off. No. Okay. If I just quickly type this. There. So this here, this emote there, is on the emotes layer. So I don't really want emotes reflected. Let's stop this before my computer dies. And there's some other stuff as well I don't really want reflected. Because this is like the... There's a camera here that looks at me. Which is... there. To make it bigger than you can see it correctly. And it just looks towards this area. So I'm only caring about stuff in this area. Behind me is chat and stuff. My sound is flipping dying, holy crap. Ah, right, so this bell is now... using a reflection probe. So this bell here is now using this reflection probe, which is kind of interesting. If I disable it, the bell looks correct. I don't really like how that looks. So I'm going to tell the bell to not use that reflection probe, actually. Where was it? Spine, chest, neck. Oh, actually, it's nothing to do with the armature, it's the mesh. Bear with me. I think that's what I want. So this is the shader that's doing a bunch of things. What's it doing? So it's doing my collar and my hair and some other things which are not on this version of my avatar. So if I just tell it to only use this, I don't know if I can see it, yeah, this reflection probe, it won't use any other ones. It's forcing this one. So, okay. Alright, that looks okay now. Reflection probe. Room, yeah, you know, this one's already set up. I forgot that I already made a reflection probe. Okay, there we are. So this one's seeing the whole room. So I want this now to use this reflection probe. Then we can have a nice shiny clock. There we are. Oh my god, that is so shiny. Look at that. That's confusing. So basically, the metallic control affects how much of its own texture shows through normally. Remember, its own texture is just this right now. And smoothness affects how blurred the reflection is, kind of. So we are going to want not full metallic, because we do want to be able to see when the segments are black or white. How does this look? Wow, look at that. Actually can't really even see the wall. Actually, for some reason it didn't. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll move the reflection probe up closer to the clock actually, maybe then the reflection will look a bit more as you expect it to look. Can I make this appear smaller? I don't think the scale actually makes a difference to how it functions, but it's a bit much right now. Let's do this to force it to update. Wow, that doesn't look good at all. Interesting. Wonder why that is. I'll worry about that later. Let's just get the texture for the black and white parts sorted first. Just force it to update. Okay, it's black now. Perfect. Why? Anyway, let's make the texture. So these areas here should be white, and these areas should be black. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 7 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because it's a 7-segment display. So I want 7 across and 6 up to be white. But remember, this text is twice the resolution. So we actually want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, I could just draw a flipping line actually, because Paint tells me the length of the line at the bottom. There's 2, so I want 12 pixels high, and then 14 pixels across. Oop. And there we go, now we can just fill that out. Switch over to Unity again. Let's make this not so ridiculously shiny. We should have some white, but I'm not seeing it. Ah, that's the back. Okay, that's the back. I think the back is now white. Okay, that's the back then. Never mind. In that case, we want that to be black, I guess? And the area just above that, of the exact same size, to be white. So let's make that white. Move it down. Hold on. Just fighting Paint. There we go. There we go. Nice. So now the outside is white and the inside should be black. Yes. Okay, that's alright. It's quite nice. Very, very shiny though. It's way too shiny to be honest. I'll worry about the shininess later. So, the outside, I'm not sure what colour I want the outside to be either. I'll just make it a kind of... What if I make it a deep blue? It's not very deep. I'm a bit confused about this one top segment up here. Why is it... That's not how I zoom in. Why is this one segment a little bit different? It's a bit strange. I have a feeling I may have done something strange on Blender in this area. Let me just have a look. Let's go to the mesh and edit it. I might be able to get away with just telling it to recalculate the normals for this. It might be some weird normals issue. Which is basically, how do I explain it? How do I explain what a normal is? It's basically like, each vertex has stored with it, in addition to like where it is in space. So, you know, like this. And in addition to this, like coordinates on the texture, it also has a normal, which is kind of like the direction that it's facing in, which you could just calculate by yourself, but if you have it stored, it lets you do some interesting things that I do not want to do right now. So I'm just going to tell it to automatically recalculate so that I don't remember how to do that. Where was it? Recalculate outside, I guess? Maybe? Let's just save that and see if it fixes it. Export these two. Just the selected objects. Blah 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 blah. Export. Ah. Wait, did that fix it? I'm not sure if it fixed it or not. I wonder if it just happens to be reflecting a part of the world that's, you know, a different color. No, look, it's clearly tilted at a different way. Okay, that is normals doing that. I'm pretty sure that's the normals. That's exactly the kind of thing that normals let you do. But I don't want that. So it's kind of annoying, to be honest. What if I just recalculate normals for the entire mesh? Boop. And we'll export. Soft screen, sorry. Okay, there we are. No different. Alright. Oh, I wonder if Unity's doing something weird when it's importing. Hold on a second. How do you choose the settings for this again? Normals import, blend shapes import. Does that fix it? Nope. Calculate? Nope. Alright, I'll have to sort this some other time, I guess. Oh, none also works, I guess. Looks a bit bad, though. Okay, so it is a normals problem. Alright, I'll sort the normals some other time then. At least I know now that it is normals doing that. It may actually have to do with the fact that I didn't convert this to triangles first. Nah, okay. No, I'll fix that some other time. Right now I want to get the digits actually doing something. I want to start actually programming for them. So, if you look at each segment, it has a bone, and you can rotate the bone like that. Look at those reflections. Looks quite neat. If I do say so myself. Oh wait, it's just tilted! What the hell? It's just tilted. It's actually just tilted. Really? It's just tilted? Oh my god, the whole time it was just tilted. Why was it tilted? Is it tilted on here? Oh, it is, isn't it? It is, I can see it. Ah, it's tilted. Ah, all this time, this bone was tilted. Ah. Okay, so it was digit 0, segment 0, rotation 0, and 0. Wait, is that right? No. That should be 1, right? Yeah. Okay, alright, nice. Fixed. Fun times. I don't know how that happened. I must have been testing moving it in Blender and I didn't quite reset it correctly. Nice. Problem solved. So now I want these to be able to rotate themselves to show, you know, actual digits. And I think I should probably start by something that can just show 1 digit. So I feel like making a script. So the way you control things in Unity is with so-called scripts, which are just C# code files. So literally just C# classes. And I didn't know C#, the programming language, before I started doing stuff on Unity like 4 or 5 months ago, but I knew quite a bit of C. But I was learning a lot of C# for Unity. But it's extremely powerful. The fact that you can just make code to like control anything. in Unity. So I'm going to do that right now. My miscellaneous scripts are down here. But I think I should maybe... I'll put it in here for now. I'll make a new one. So I'm going to call this digit controller. And they will just control one digit. Just one set of 7 segments, that's all. Why is this frozen? Oh, there we go. Okay, and now I'm going to swap over to the thing that actually lets me code it. Boop. There we are. So this is the default thing. And every time I make a new script, it changes something in like this, the kind of like a master project file that causes this program, Visual Studio Code, which is what I'm using to edit the code, to be really, really, really strict with saying, well, you didn't have to write new that way. You could have written new. How do you do it? I'm trying to make it actually do its suggestion. That way. But this is the way that makes more sense to me. And so I can change something in the main project file to stop it doing that. I'm just doing that off screen. Oh, it actually should already be doing it then. Ah, never mind then, I don't know why it's doing it. Huh, that's weird. What it's showing right now. Oh, never mind, I'm looking at the wrong flipping window. I was looking at something on my laptop. I swear I'm professional. Alright, so what I change is this file to say 7.3. And there must be a way to change a setting in Unity so that it doesn't put latest, but it puts 7.3 instead. And then when this reanalyzes it, those messages disappear. So anyway, these are the default functions that always appear in a new script on Unity. I'm just going to do this because this is how I like it laid out. And yeah, I'm just going to start from actually empty. So first of all, I want to know what the bones are that I want to rotate, right? So I want to sort of have a way for my script to control segment 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I want to pass these into my script somehow. And there's a way to do that. You just make anything you make public here. Like if you make a public integer called lulls. And you switch over. Oh yeah, Unity has to like recompile stuff. But now on here, I've got to assign it. Let me just put it onto the clock. Boop. There we are. Now it exposes this. So what I can do is make something for each bone. And what I actually care about on each bone is this component here called transform. I want to be able to change this. So I want to be able to pass it the transforms of these 7 bones into my script, and then my script can move them around and just rotate them just rotate them actually. So I'm gonna make public transform, and I'm gonna call it digit trans for digit transforms. And I want 7 of them, because it's a 7-segment display. And that should just work. Oh, hold on a sec, that's not how you do it in C#, sorry. Wait, I could probably do it that way, right? How do you do this again? I've actually forgotten how you pass an array of a specific length, then does that work? Array size cannot be specified. Try initializing with new. Okay then, let's try that then. Does that work? That works. Does it work on here? Nice! Alright, so I guess you cannot change that. It's a little bit Okay, I thought it might look different. It's still showing the size. So I'm actually going to use this thing that lets you change this. Let me just see what happens if I change this. I don't like the fact that you can change that. It's going to cause problems. Just for my silly brain, I'll think, well, I only want this one to change, so what if I only pass one? And then my script will probably do something stupid, so... You know what, I could just do that. And then I'll just manually set it to 7. It's probably gonna keep it. Yeah. So I'll just set now each of these. 0, 1, 2. I don't think there's a fast way to do this. 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. So now, in my code, if I wanted to change this one's X rotation, like this, I could just type something like... Let's put this in update. So this happens every frame. I could just do digitrans 0 dot rotation... Wait, how do you do this again? Set X, Y, and Z. Yeah, that seems about right. So if I just make this random on every frame, say between 0 and 360. Hang on, what are you complaining about? Oh, really? Apparently I can just do it this way. Really? Hang on a sec. Ready? Give me a second, I have to just try some things and see if this works. Can I modify that directly? There's always a strange way you have to access this. There you go, okay, that works. Nice. Apparently that's how you change the rotation. It's not the most intuitive thing in the world. So now if I just make this be a random number between 0 and 360... 0, 360... Should just work, right? Oh, random range is obsolete as well. Happy now? Okay, you're happy now. Alright. So if I were to run that, this now should just be like spazzing out at random angles, but let's just run it and make sure that it's doing what I expect it to do. Boop. Hey! Oh, it's actually rotating on the wrong axis. It's kind of funny. Oh, is it because it's like not local? Yeah, it wasn't local. So it was doing it in world space, and I've already rotated this clock 90 degrees, so the axes were like... Which axis was X and which axis was Y and which axis was Z was changed. Because I had rotated it like this. It probably would have worked if I had it like that. But I had it like this. So anyway, that should work now. If I just save this. And play that. Hopefully, everything will be good. Let's wait for the run to go. There we go. Nice. So I can set the rotation of this to wherever I want. Now let's work out how we want it to be rotated, I suppose. So each possible digit is going to have like a different configuration of how the things are rotated. Like for the digit 1, these should all be rotated 180 degrees. And these should be rotated 0 degrees. Let me just double check something actually. Let me make sure that... Look at this. Don't know if you can see this in the stream very well. But this rotation thing has like a green line and a red line and a blue line. So that's how you rotate in each different axis. One axis, one color represents each axis. And when I select the top segment, the way I want it to rotate is this red one. But when I select the side segment, the way I want it to rotate is this blue one. That's a bit annoying. This is the problem I was having in Blender. I couldn't get it to do it the way I want. By the way, I've also thought about having it rotate like this. Could be like very fancy. But I think in my script I'll just hard code it so that 0, 1 and 3, sorry, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0, 3 and 6. These ones. Rotate in one way, hard coded, and the other ones will rotate another way. Okay then. Alright. So I'm gonna want these to either be white or black, so I think I'm gonna make a function to just set a segment to either white or black. So let's just do that. Let's call it set segment on. If it's white, it's on. They all start on for some reason. Why is that? Is that the correct way around? Let me just have a quick look. This is difficult to get the camera positioned. Man, these segments are so thin, I can't tell. I think the edges are black, right? The edges look kind of black. And it's just the front that's white. So the edges of the segment, because it's not totally 2D, and the back of it are black. Alright, that's a better way for it to be. I didn't want you to accidentally see little slivers of white when it was meant to be off. So good, just the front face is white. Okay, so set segment on. So we're going to want the segment number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is going to be the index for the segment. And we're going to want it to be either on or off. So this is going to be an integer. And whether it's on or off is Boolean. Boolean lets you have either one of two different values, true or false. So I'll call true on, white, and false, off, black. And it's going to set the rotation, depending on whether that's true or false. So on should be a rotation of 0, and off should be 180. Whether it's this one or this one, it's always going to be 0 or 180. The question is whether it should be the x-axis, like that, or the y-axis. Oh, that's very confusing. Look, they start rotated. This music is throwing me because it's got vocals in it. I'm gonna have to skip, I'm sorry. Sounded nice though. But hearing vocals when I'm trying to concentrate confuses me. Okay. So we're gonna want to set the rotation of one of these, and we do it this way. So I'm just gonna copy this. But instead of just digit 0, sorry, segment, wait, oh, that's right. That's segment transforms, not digits. So instead of it just being segment 0, we want whatever segment we're being told to set. Sorry. I should just copy the whole line, it would have been faster. So instead of it being random, we want it to be either 0 or we want it to be 180. If it's on now, we want it to be 0. If it's off now, we want it to be 180. So there's a neat fancy way you can do that, which is to say, look at on now. If it's true, 0. If it's false, 180. So this little section here means if this is true, do this. If this is false, do this. So that should let us turn on a segment, or off a segment. We don't really have a good way to test that right now. I guess we could do something like this. At the very beginning, we'll just call this with something hard-coded, and we'll just see if it works. So we'll say, let's try and make it show the number 2, for example. So for 2, we want to boop, 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 boop. So we want number 0 to be on. 0, true. Let's do this. Bear in mind, this is just as a test. It's not going to be like this in the end. So we want 0 on. So it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we want number 1 to be off. And we want number 2 to be on. And we want number 3 to be on. We want number 4 to be on. Number 5 to be off. And number 6 to be on. So if I run this, hopefully it will just look like it's showing the number 2. Let's find out if it works. Man, it takes so long. Whoop. It does not work. Interesting. Did we get any errors? Yes, we did. What the hell? Oh, I think this is it's trying to connect to my motion capture thing. I believe we've got a problem in the digit controller. It says index was outside the bounds of the array. Really? On line 19. Really? That's interesting. So line 19 is this one. And it's complaining that we're trying to access something too far. Oh, hold on. Why did this get reset to 0? Because I renamed it. It's because I renamed it. When it was Digitrans, it was all set up. But I renamed it to Segment Trans, so I forgot. Whoopsie. Let's just set this up again. 0, 1, 2, 3. This is so tedious. Alright, now let's try running in. Wait for the room to appear. Whoop. Whoa! Okay, so that worked. Kind of. No, it didn't actually. It didn't work at all. That's interesting. Hey, the way my sound is cutting off when I'm running it. And also that reminds me of something very interesting. We want the X to be rotating and the Y. Was it Y or was it Z? I have no memory. It was a Y. Okay. So based on the segment, we either want to rotate this one, so this is X, or this one, so this is Y. So I think I'm just going to do something, I think I'll just do it this way. So we're going to look at this. In the case of it being 0, or 3, or 6, we do this. And nothing else. So otherwise, or was it default actually in C#? I think it's default. We'll do the Y. So it's exactly the same. Oh, you know what? We shouldn't be. In programming, it's a really good thing to not just have identical stuff when you don't need to. So this is always going to be the same calculation of 0 or 180. So what we could do is just calculate this once up here. Let's call it rot angle for rotation angle. And then we can just do boop, boop. That way if I ever need to change this, I only need to change it once here. That should be the end of that. Alright. I'm a little bit confused why some of them didn't rotate though. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, let's just see what happens. At least we shouldn't have them rotating weirdly on this axis now. Also, notice how I'm passing in 0 and 0 for the Y and Z, and that's correct in the case of these ones. Y and Z is always 0. But in the case of these ones, it's apparently always minus 90, which is a bit strange. But I'll hardcode it for now. And hope that that always works. Right, sorry. The Y. not the X. Alright, let's see if that works. Brace yourselves. Kind of want to stop this animation of the rim appearing at the beginning as well. It's a bit annoying every time I want to test it. Oh, hell yeah, look at that, nice. We have the Digit 2. Oh, yeah. It looks very black compared to this, though. I'm not sure I like that. But nice. So our code for turning on or off a specific segment is working. Nice! I don't like how black they look against this, though. It's very confusing. What I can actually do is change that while it's running. I can just make this very, very, very dark. Yes, I do realize my sound is failing. Okay. By the way, is this reflecting? Not really, huh? Oh, that looks quite nice. Look at that. Makes it look plastic now instead of metal, though. Kind of. Isn't it interesting how different an effect you can get just by changing things? That sounds really stupid. I don't understand why the reflection probe is not working right now, though. Oh, it could be because of that. Yeah, it was because of that. Right, there we go. Nice. I just fixed my reflection probe as well. Oh, look at that. Okay, that makes the segments look like... It's so difficult to read, though. I guess this is why they don't make clocks, like, really metallic, huh? Because... it's kind of difficult to read unless you look at it from the right angle. Without the entire rim's lights and stuff reflecting in it. It looks cool. But it's not readable. Let's not kid ourselves that that's readable. It's also not actually fitting in view right now. Maybe if I just move it down and to the right a bit. By the way, every time you stop playing on Unity, it restores a lot of the settings to what they were before you were running it. But it looks like it's remembered all the ones that I wanted right now. Yeah, we're getting some errors from this uOSC. OSC is like a way of passing messages between programs, I guess, that is, at its most basic. We're getting an error on this one. And an error at the top as well. And this is because VCFace, which is the program that's doing my face and hand tracking, this program is trying to connect to it in order to receive the motion data. But it can only handle one connection at once, and what you're seeing right here, of me right now, is like a compiled version of this that's already running. So when this one in the editor tries to connect, it's like, nope, only one connection. Go away. Well, not exactly, but... Alright. I'm having way too much fun just twiddling these sliders and trying to find a setting that's readable and looks cool as well. Not entirely sure what I'll do. Wow! Hi, Minnie! Thank you! I will hydrate, thanks for reminding me. I'm hydrated. Hi, hi! How's the Mini? By the way, I wish I could have this stream's category set to like programming or like Unity or Blender or something, but I couldn't find any of those options. But I know that people do stream modeling and stuff, and even programming, coding. I couldn't find it. Ah! Thank you for following me, LMC. Hi, hi. Thanks for stopping by. Ah, Minnie, what's up? Why are you not so well? Do you have a cold? A lot of people are getting those right now. It's that time of year, I guess. I don't think I need that texture editing anymore right now. I'm gonna focus on this programming. So we can turn on and off a segment now. But what would be really nice is if instead of having to do this, every time I want the number 2, I could just have a function and I can just pass in like the digit 2 and it would automatically set all of them up as they should be. That'd be great. So one way we can do that is, well, we basically do need to hard-code which segments are on for each digit of 0 to 9. Should they? I'm sorry to hear it, Minnie. Is it over now? Have you escaped? So yeah, we will need to sort of have a kind of almost like a lookup table for each digit, 0 to 9. And maybe some letters as well. We could show letters. Not that I plan to do that, but we could if we wanted. But instead of just hard-coding this long set of things like this, which is, I don't know, not very elegant in my opinion, it'd be kind of neat if we could just have it all done from like... If we just have it all done in a... if we'd have the values of which ones to be turned on at a time, stored in a single digit. And that is actually totally possible. You can do that in binary. Remember how I numbered these? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Well, if we just sort of lay them out, like... Wait, 6... I can type, I swear, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And we give these values, we can sort of give them binary values like so. You can say this one is the value of 1. This one is the value of 2. 4. That's 4. That's 8. That's 16. And that's 32. And that's 64. And then if you want the segment to be on, we add that value. And if you want the segment to be off, we just don't. There's still more to the day and I think I have to cancel my plan. Oh no! Sorry to hear that. So, when you're like programming for like really low things that don't have much memory, it's really nice to be able to combine the entire digit, the configuration of this, into one single byte. I'm used to programming stuff that sort of doesn't have much memory, but here I am running a Unity program that's like probably using over 1 gigabyte already, so I'm not entirely sure I need to worry about memory usage. But I just feel like it'll be more elegant and fun to have each digit, the configuration of all the segments, each possible digit, stored as a single byte. I just think that'd be fun. So that's what I'm gonna do. No one can stop me. So I'm just gonna possibly just make an array of bytes that is 0 to 9. And at that position in the array is the byte that represents what segments to have on to show that first number. Let's just do that because it's actually a simpler concept than it sounds when I'm explaining it. And we don't need this to be public. We don't need it to be accessible from here. This is just... the only need for it is inside this script. And we never really want it to be able to change. The way to show a number 2, for example, will always be the same on the 7-segment display like this. So I'm just going to make it entirely private. I'm going to call it... what should I call it? Digit bits. Or something like that. No, it's not quite a good explanation. Digit? I guess. It's more like digits. Ugh. This is like, I swear, when I'm coding, the thing I spend the most time doing is trying to work out what to name things. Because if I name them correctly, then I can just immediately know what to type later in the code. I don't even need to look what I called it. It's just, you know, like common sense. Well, I'll name it this for now. Probably rename it something else later. So anyway, there are 10 different possible digits. And this needs to be a byte. Oh yeah, we don't need that anymore. Well, I'll just make that a comment. Unity's complaining that that's invalid stuff. Oh yeah, right, you can't do it that way. You have to do it that way, right? Oh. That way? That way? To declare a managed array, the rank specifier precedes the variables. Oh, right! Sorry. You put that there. Almost. 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 Shuffle things around until it works. Why is this not... I did this earlier and I've forgotten how to do it already. I did that. That equals new... Why can I not do that? Oh, apparently I can. Alright, never mind. I thought it complained the last time I did that. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Minnie. I hope your stream is, I hope you're... I hope it gets better soon. Alright, so now I just need to sort of hard-code a single byte for each of these 10 digits that represents which segments to have on when you show that digit. So we just need to do that once. So I think I could actually do it. Can I do it this way? Can I literally do it like... Would it accept that? What if I just... This way? Oh, hang on a sec. What if I just do this? Oh, okay, that works. I can probably also call it read-only, because I'm never going to change that. There we are. Yeah, okay, let's do it that way. So, this one here is the byte value, which can't be that big. Byte can only go from 0 to 255. In order to display digit 0, this is the byte value to display digit 1, to display digit 2, and all the way up to display digit 9. Okay, so let's work out what they would be. Maybe I'll stream later if I feel better. Alright. Well, it'd be nice if I could help you to relax. Like I say, I don't think my voice is the most relaxing, but if you're able to relax to it, useful. I hope you are. So I'm just going to make a little thing in here in order to help me know what values to use. So I'm just going to sort of draw something out to guide me. Like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, definitely relax. Recharge your brain, kind of. Okay, so this is what my 7-segment display looks like. This actually looks more like the number 8 than my 7-segment display does somehow. And it's ASCII. Alright, so the one on the top here is the value of 0. Sorry, it's a value of 1. And this is a value of 2. This is a value of 4. This is a value of 8. This is a value of 16. 32. And 64. Alright, so if I want to make the number 0, which I do, then I want to add up 1 plus 2 plus 8 plus 16 plus 32 plus 64. And screw doing that in my head. I have a calculator. 1 plus 2 plus 8 plus 16 plus 32 plus 64. Boop. Okay, so apparently if I want to display digit 0, then I can just store that as 1, 2, 3. Yes, I am obsessive. I would like my commas to be separated with a space. If I want number 1, then I just want these right 2 to be on. So 8 plus 32, which is 40. I don't need a calculator for that. If I want the number 2, then we want 1 plus 8 plus 4 plus 16 plus 64, which is 93 apparently. If I want the number 3, then that's 1 plus 8 plus 4 plus 32 plus 64. Number 4 is... Well, how do I want my 4 to look for a start? I'm thinking something like, that, right? But I feel like I've seen them done differently as well. Can't remember actually. Might be imagining things. So I'll do it that way. So I'll want 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 32. Okay. Nearly done. I lie. Well, we're half done actually. 5 is just like a 2 but flipped. So it's 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 32 plus 64. What the hell? That can't be right. I must have made a mistake. You should never get higher than 255. 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 32 plus 64. Okay, I made a typo somewhere. I don't know where. Okay, I did though. It'll be interesting to see if there are much more typos. When I come to test this, I'll just have it cycle through each of the digits and see if you can read them on here. If you can, good. If you can't, I have messed up somewhere. Where's my code gone? There we are. Okay, so where are we? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 is next. I want my 6 to kind of curl around the top like that. Whoop. So like, whoop. So I'll make it 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 16 plus 32 plus 64. It's easier to do if I'm not trying to type it with my left hand while moving my mouse with my right hand. Now for digit 7, there's only 3 segments here on the top one, and the 8 and the 32. Now I've seen some people cross their 7s in the middle, but I personally don't. But we could also, if we wanted to, just add 4 to that number. You could have a crossed 7. Which also looks like a horizontally flipped F. Oops, I'm gonna be saving that. It's just a note. Digit 8 is next, which is everything. So it's basically 0, which is this one, plus 4 for the middle digits. So that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 127. Which makes sense, because that's a 7-bit number. The maximum number you can store is 7 bits. And it's a 7-segment display, and all segments are turned on. And finally, number 9. There's going to be 1 plus 2 plus 8 plus 4 plus 32 plus 64. 111. Alright, they all look different. These are all different numbers. That's a good start. I haven't accidentally made like a typo where 2 numbers are the same. So, next step is, instead of it doing all this crap when I want the number 2 on, what a number 2 is, like which segments the number 2 is encoded in this 1 digit right there. Now we need to make a little bit of code to basically decode it. We wanted to show a digit, so let's say set digit. And bear in mind, this piece of code only controls 1 digit. One of these. So we don't care which digit it is. We'll make multiple instances of the script. Each one's going to be controlling its own digit, but right now, we're only looking at 1 digit. So we don't care which digit it is, like we cared about which segment it is. We just care about which digit to show. So I'm going to call that... might as well make it a byte. Digit to show. And as a test, instead of doing this, we'll only need to do set digit to in the end. None of this. So I'll just comment out this whole section. But now let's actually make this do something, because right now it's doing a whole little nothing. So we want to look at basically each segment. So what we can do is, what's the best way to do this? Let me think. What's the best way to do this? I think what we want to do is look at the value of each segment like this. And see if that bit in this value is turned on. By the way, it might make more sense if I show you a binary view of the number. So, for example, for the digit 0, 123. 1, 2, 3. In binary, that's all of these 7 bits here are 1, except for this one, which is 0. And if you want digit 8, for example, 1, 2, 7, all of these are on. And if you want digit 1, which only has 2 bits on, because it's just, the 2 segments down the side of the display. Sorry. Just that one and that one. Only 2 bits are on. So the one in this position is the very top of the display. Then you've got this one, which is on the left. This one's on the right. That one's in the middle. Then that one's on the bottom left, bottom right, and the very bottom. So that's what these bits mean. So we just want to look at the value of each of these bits and turn that segment on or off. So let's do that. So we really care about the segments. So we're going to start at segment 0, I guess. So the way you can go through into a loop that repeats for a certain number of times is called a for loop. So inside this part where we're setting the digit we do care about, we are going through each segment. But we don't need to be told about segments, we only need to be told about the digit. So we're going to start at segment number 0, which is the very top. And we're going to go until the segment reaches 7. And we're going to add 1 each time. So it starts at 0. At the end of the loop, it adds 1. And if it's less than or equal to 7, the loop repeats with that new value. So eventually it'll add 1 at the end of the loop and it'll become 8. And it won't pass this test anymore. So it'll bail out, it'll stop. So this is just going to repeat 7 times. So what we'll want to do is set the segment of, this segment, we want it to be on or off. On or off. So now we want to work out whether the segment should be on or off. So segment 0 has a value of 1. So what I'm going to do is each time through this loop, this should multiply by 2, you see? 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. So we can just have a number that does exactly that. Let's call it bit val. So the value of this bit is going to start at 1. And each time through the loop, this is slightly bad practice, this wouldn't work if we had 8. I'm going to make an int for that reason. Each time through the loop, we're going to multiply it by 2. So this here is the same as typing this equals this times 2. It's just shorthand. So now we know the value of the bit that we want to look at. All we now have to do is check to see if this number in binary contains this bit set, basically. There's a very fancy way that you can do that. This is a little bit low level. All you need to do is... So first of all, we want this. Okay, so this is why I need this to be named something differently, because what we want is to access the bits in this number here. So I really want to name the variable digit bits. But look, this is already called that. So I knew it wasn't a good name. What should I call it? Let's call it digit bits lookup. And so the bits of the digit we care about are in the lookup at index that. So if we're told we want digit 4, we look at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And in this position are the bits to show digit 4. And so here we just grab those bits. Now in this section, we need to look at this and see if the bit for this segment is on or off. We do that by doing... I think this should work. And bit val. So what this is doing is... It's a little bit complex, but it's seeing if that... Wait, can it be applied to operator type byte and int? Okay, they need to be the same. Okay, I'll just make it applied then. What? What do you mean and? Oh, hold on a sec. Sorry, and is a logical and. This is bitwise and. Oh my god, can I convert from int to bool? What? Really? Really? Can you do it that way? No, okay, so it actually needs to be done that way. Wow, okay, really can't convert. Okay, so basically, let me break it down and show you what this is doing. Random binary logic lesson. Let's go. Okay, so let's actually use this number 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 as an example. So this number 4, the value is 46. Boop. And that's what it looks like in binary. From left to right, so 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. Boop. Like that. So whenever you see 46, it's really just this in memory, basically. There's also another 8th one on the left, we don't care about that. This is a 7-segment display, not 8. And what we're doing here, this is the value, remember? It goes 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. So at some point we'll be looking at this, the first one. The very first time we through the loop, we'll be looking at this, the rightmost one. And all the AND does is it says, if this is 1 and this is 1, then the result is a 1 in that position. Otherwise it's a 0. But look, that is not a 1. And a 1 in both positions is a 0. And look, that is not a 1 in both positions, it's a 0. Same here and here and here and here and here. So when you're looking at the first segment, everything is 0. So that's a quick way to basically see that the first segment should be off, because everything is 0. If you remember what a number 4 looks like, this first segment should be off. But the second segment here should be on. So let's see what would happen. Second segment is this one. And look, when we AND these together, we get a 1 there. So there we go. So this segment should be on. So whenever the 1 is underneath another 1, the result is going to be something. So that's what we're doing there. That's what we're by doing AND. If the segment should be off, we get a 0. If the segment should be on, we get something that's not 0. So we'll just look to see if that is not a 0. So is this larger than 0? If it is, we turn on the thing, otherwise we turn off the thing. And in actual fact, this is completely redundant, because this already is a true or false statement. So we can simply pass in this as to whether to turn the segment on. So turn the segment on if, when you do this fancy thing, the value is larger than 0. That's it. Let's see if it works. So if this all works and we set the digit to 2, we should actually see a 2. Now prepare to see this crash as I have forgotten something. Here we go. Zip. Holy crap, it seems to work. Let's see if it works if I tell it to show the digit 4, just to prove that it is updated. And we don't need this anymore. Or any of this. Wait for Unity to update and run it. Wait for it to start running and wait for the room to appear. Moment of truth. Hell yes! Alright, nice. So now we can show any digit that we want. Just by calling that. We don't need to worry about all this crap going on behind the scenes. So now whenever we want the digit 4, we just do that. But we actually want to abstract this concept even more. We don't really want to have to call this all the time. We really just want to be able to send it one bigger number and have it display on here. more what we want to do is just be able to give it a time, hours, minutes, seconds, and just have it display correctly on here. So that's the next step. Once we've done that, then we can actually start calling it a clock, I think, and not just something with one digit at the beginning that's something, and everything else is 8. So we actually want to be able to change all the digits. But this digit controller, this is all the digits controller is meant to do. By the way, I'm going to say this should be public. That will let us call this from any other script. But this script is done now. It does exactly what it's meant to do. We want a bigger, like, you know, more overarching script now, which is just gonna have a few of those digit controllers. 6, in fact. I think I'm gonna actually put this digit controller script onto each digit bone. I made one big bone that sort of holds all the other bones. I'm never gonna rotate it, but it's just to group the relative bones together. You know, relevant bones together, and then it'll be easier to find them. So I'm just gonna copy this and put it onto digit 0. Boop. And delete it from there. So now that digit controller is sitting on this bone. Oh my god. Okay, apparently that's weird. Wow. Apparently the entire frame of the clock is also weighted to that one bone. That's a bit weird. Well, we're never going to rotate that one bone, so it should be fine. The individual bones inside it are all correct. Famous last words. So I'm going to want a digit controller for each digit. So here's the first digit. I'm just going to copy this onto the next one. Boop. And this is where it gets a little bit tedious. We're going to need to change digit 0 segments to digit 1 segments. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Welcome to my ASMR counting stream. I'll now be doing that 4 more times. I'm just going to paste it here as well. We have digit 2, 0. You know, maybe there's a way I can just move this closer to here so I don't have to drag it so far. Oh, I actually can. There are ultimate laziness. 1, 2, 3. That is a bit faster actually. 5, 6. Why did I have 3 errors this time, by the way? Oh, hang on, we actually got a crash? Index was outside the bounds of the array. That was on line 19. It looked like it worked though, right? So there was a problem on this line. Wait, this must be from a long time ago. 1748. Huh? Why is that a problem? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, because we only have, yeah, sorry. It's actually 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it was 7, then, you know, 0 to 7 is 8 unique segments, and 0 to 6 is 7. Oops, I was trying to set an 8th segment in here by mistake. Alright. Glad I noticed that. That could have made me very confused when the script just crashed for no apparent reason later on. Alright. Digit 3 then. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are now half done. Oh, 2/3 done actually. Just accidentally minimized that. Alright, second last digit, let's go! 0, 1, 2. Ah! I will hydrate in a moment! I just have to learn how to count to 6, 5, 6. Okay, I've learned how to hydrate. Are you satisfied now? I'm gonna skip this track because I always have this one playing at the start of some of my streams. Feels weird to be listened to in the middle of one of my streams. Alright, and finally we want one digit controller for the very last digit over here. With segments 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then all of these digit controllers should now be done. And they all are hard-coded to display digit 4 at the beginning, actually. So I could just run it and see that they all display digit 4, just to make sure, you know, everything's working as I expect. There we are, very nice. You can actually see some of them over there as well. I'm just gonna push this clock into the correct position, I think. Which way is it? Z, right? It's back? Yeah. Oh my god, look at that motion blur. Oh man, I forgot that this entire camera, the camera does motion blur to the entire thing, so I could put it like somewhere in there or something. Maybe try and line it up with this purple line going down here. So it looks less messy. Now this transform is something that will be forgotten by Unity. When I exit. Oh, hang on, it's not even up against the wall right now. So I'll copy the values, and then I'll stop the playback, and then I'll paste them again. Look how close to the edge I am not right now. So is that X? Yes. 6? Wait, why can I not type this? What the hell? Oh, numlocks off. Oops. Ignore me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's pretty correct. And yes, this music is very glitchy. That's just how it sounds. This time it's not my stream failing. Okay, so I'm just gonna like... It'd be great if I could size it so that it sort of fit inside one of these grid things on the wall. But to be honest, this wall is just like a placeholder right now. I'm not intending on keeping it like this, although it does look quite cool. I'm tempted to... I don't know. I won't worry about it too much at this point. I'll just slide it back a little bit. No, that's forward. That's backwards. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oops. 5, 4. Oh my god, what am I doing? Oh, there we are. Okay, so that's at the very beginning of that. So 0 looks alright. Yeah, it looks nice and aligned. Height-wise, it's a bit off though. Man, I'm gonna be so annoyed if I forget to copy these values before I lose them. 8, 7, 5, 2, maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 looks good. Okay, I'll do that. Nice! Oh, that looks quite good. I could even center it, actually. So, you know. This gap at the top here. Oh, hello, that's me. So that it sort of looks centered around there. But this is getting a little bit OCD right now. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to copy these values before I lose them. Stop it from running. See that how it jumped back? Now I can just paste them. Boop. And it's back in the right place. Mini, let me just mark your things as complete. There we go. Alright, so we have a clock now, and you can set each digit individually, but you have to hard code it right now inside this. So that's no good. So we want something now that's not just a digit controller, but is basically an entire clock controller. Why is this not at the very bottom? This is bugging me, hold on. There we are. That's how I usually have it. Alright, so we need a new script. Not a digit controller, but a clock controller. So let's make one. Clock controller. Oh yeah. I feel like we've done the hardest part already. This part is basically just gonna be... Well, let's not just talk about it, let's do it. Just do it. Don't need that anymore. Don't need this anymore. I no longer need to care about how the digits are formed. I just need to know which digits I want to display now. I'm just gonna edit that Unity file that causes Visual Studio Code to be super way too giving suggestions for things that I don't want it to. If I just edit this file again, I still don't know how to properly, you know, have Unity make the file in this correct way. Boop. And it reloads it. And there it goes, it's happier now. Hang on, what is this switch expression? What? Okay, it just disappeared. I did not even press anything. I guess it reconsidered and thought, yes, Yuki, you're correct. Why is this loaded? Ah, this is what I was using as a test to make sure stuff was working. Right, this is the thing that lets me turn ragdolls on and off on myself, by the way. Doesn't work on, you know, this version yet, but that's what we use for the Yeet the Yuki thing. I might as well just show you now, since it's all up and running already. Let me temporarily turn off my overlay. Boop. And when I run it on here, I'll be here instead. Oop, I'm zoomed in. Hi! See, now that other program's not running, this one can connect and grab the motion data. So normally I move around like this. You know. Whee! But what I can do now is go into full ragdoll mode with the head being dragged around by something. Thank you. Look at the hand. You can see the hand float away now. Thank you for the pat. That was funny. Queued redemption from user mini freak. I don't know how to pronounce that. Patacat. Nice. Alright. So now, on my avatar, I have this little ragdoll controller. This script. Oh, I closed it. And I just made this little thing. And if you set this to 1, it goes into a full ragdoll mode. And you can move it around with... something I can't find right now. Where is it? What? Where's the grabber? Oh, right, it's in redeems, of course, because it's going to be a redeem for Yeet the Uke. Right. Alright, so now if I turn on that ragdoll debugging mode, boop. Now it's only syncing the facial expressions. I can't move my head. This is so weird. I can move my... Oh, I can't even move my eyes. Can I? No, I can't move my eyes because my eyes are done with bones as well. I just realized. And now I can be dragged using this. Ooh. And that is how you will be able to yeet the uke eventually. Don't yeet me too hard, please. And you should just be able to snap back. Like that. It's not the most graceful way of snapping back yet. I'm not sure if I can smoothly go back to where I should be or not. But yeah. Can't remember why I went onto that topic in the first place, but that's the thing. Oh my god, look at that motion blur when it's running at a low frame rate. Wow, that hurts my head. Right, let me get my real one up and running again. So the names for the recently, you know, following people and stuff were correct. It's not over there, it's up here. Look at this, you get to see Trudy behind the scenes right now. This is the kind of stuff that I wouldn't normally do. And you should see it appear in a second on this screen. Poof. There we are. I had to move things around a bit before I started, so the shortcuts are not working. Change the drive. What the hell? I've frozen! No! Why have I frozen? Oh my god. My program actually just froze. What the hell? That has never ever happened before. That's somewhat worrying. Oh god, why did that happen? Is it working now? Is it gonna keep working? I think it's working. I hope it's working. Is it working? Is it working? Yes. Nice. That was weird. That has never even happened before, not even in testing. That it would just freeze randomly like that. I'm a little bit concerned. Anyway, let's make the clock controller. Enough of this. Oh my god, it's already 6 PM. Alright, clock controller. Okay, so just like how you passed in the bones for each segment of the digit, we are going to want to know the... Oh, hold on a sec, sorry. We are going to want to know the, which... We want the reference to each digit. So, I'm going to make it public so that you can set it in the Unity editor. Never mind me. Look at the clock right now. Got me here already. You don't need another me. Nobody needs 2 Yuki's. Nobody. Oh, I just noticed these colons are... Ah, right, I haven't put the colon... Oh, no, I haven't... So over here in the segments, however I do that... Why am I not seeing them? What the hell? Why am I not seeing my, Oh, I know why. There we go. So over here are the points in the texture where the colons take their color from. And I never drew whites on that part of the texture. So they are basically going to be 2 squares up because it's double the resolution. And 4 squares across. Let me just draw those in now. So 2 up, 1, 2, 3, 4 across. Alright, we should have colons now. Well, we'll have 1 colon. Yeah, let's make sure that we have 1 colon. It's a little sanity check. There we are. And the other colon takes its colors from here. There we are. Nice. By the way, I kind of want the colons to be like, just constantly rotating smoothly. Not doing like a quick flip like that. I also wonder, what it would look like if I just got all the segments just smoothly rotating into their new position. Like, would it even be possible to read the digit? Possibly not, but it might look cool. Cheese? Where's the cheese? I like cheese. I like cheddar. So inside the room, I don't care about any of this stuff right now. All this stuff that can be closed. Okay, there we are, under control. Hi, Shady! No, Minnie! The thing that makes us throw cheesy off. Why? Why cheese? Oh my god, oh right, so when it hits my face it does like the sound. Right? Gotta have a satisfying slap. It's possible. I guess it would be like the idea of snow that falling on my head and settling there that someone had. But much more funny. From a technical perspective, it would work in a similar way, the way it will parent to my head. Also much easier, because it only needs to land on my head, right? It doesn't need to land on my... any other place. Alright, Minnie, how do you have so many good ideas? Let me just add this to my list of ideas. Redeem. Throw a slice of cheese and my face, it lands and slaps. There you go. No, cheese the uke sounds disgusting. I don't want that. The uke is already cheesy enough. How do you have these ideas that just work, Minnie? Because you know, it's a thing to do with cats. So yeah, that actually works really well. I do not advocate throwing a slice of cheese in your cat's face, by the way. However, I also do not advocate feeding your cat an entire slice of cheese. That is a lot of fat for a small cat. Relatively small. Maybe just give a tiny crumb. Alright, so we're going to want access to these digit controllers. So I'm going to want 6 of them, but I'm not going to specify the size. I'm not going to call these are segment transits. So I'm going to call these digits, I guess. Maybe just digit. Then it will look like you're saying digit 1, digit 2, etc. And when you use this number here, my ideas come forth when I realize you're a cat. Ah! Alright, nice. Fair enough. So when you're referring to digit 3, for example, that is the 3rd digit, well, 4th actually, in the display. It's not referring to, you know, this. That's being displayed. It's the one in the 3rd position, along, or 4th position. Alright, let's put that back. So now, if we just switch over to Unity, we can put a clock controller on the clock, I guess. And the very top would work. Boop. And we can tell it that there are 6 digits. And we can pass each of these on. So each of them is expecting a digit controller. And on each of these bones, there is a digit controller. So all you need to do is drag the bone onto that and it'll automatically pick out the digit controller. 4 and 5. And we're also going to want the colons to be able to be controlled. So, but I guess you can just do that from the clock controller itself. I don't need a colon controller. All the colons are going to do is rotate at once per second. So we can just have those ourselves as the transforms. Colon trans. This should work. I'll just rotate them myself. And just all it'll do is for every single, you could have a whole load of colons if you wanted. By the way, both dots of the colon are controlled by one of these, so you just flip them around like that. I just think it'd look neat to see that. Wouldn't it? Probably can't really. Man, you can barely see that. Oh wow, look, when it's at a certain angle it reflects light really well into the camera. Do you see that? Look at that. I guess you can kind of see it. Also, this view here is zoomed out a bit. I think it'll get a bit closer when it starts. Let's have a look how it will really look when it's running. Oh, look at that, it's so bright! That could actually be maybe distractingly bright, maybe not a good thing, I'm not sure. Doesn't really look like they're rotating though, does it? You can't really see that they're rotating. Man, I wasn't thinking about the fact that as they rotate, they're gonna pass the perfect angle to reflect straight from a light into the camera. Let me rotate one of the segments of one of these digits. Let's say this segment here. So digit 2, segment 0, 1, 2, 3. Let's just rotate that around. That's not too bad. Doesn't really look like it's rotating though, does it? I may end up making this clock a bit bigger. Maybe even like redesigning a bit in Blender, but I'll keep the bones the same, so they rotate the same way and I don't need to change the code. It'll just be a change to the model. I kind of want it to be maybe more of a stage centerpiece. I can still make it bigger though, maybe put it on this wall. That might end up reflecting into the camera a lot now I think about it, with the light that's up here, reflecting off the clock straight into the camera down here. Anyway, I'm going to have to end the stream in like... I guess I don't have to end the stream unless you want this to be an ASMR eating stream. But I will be eating soon. Alright. So this clock controller is just going to rotate these at like, you know, based on the position in the current second. Because in Unity you can get the current time. And I think you can get like the current thousandths of a second as well, which is quite cool. And it'll just rotate those. It'll just translate that, you know, 0 to 1000 milliseconds into 0 to 360 degrees, like that. It'll just perfectly rotate once for each second that way. And then it's gonna set these digits to based on what the current time is. So let's write the code for that, shall we? I don't know exactly. How's the best way to do this? I guess as a test we can just do this in updates, and I'll change it later. So update is something that Unity runs every frame. So every frame we're gonna work out what these should be. Not the most efficient thing to do. I think first let me just try rotating the colons. So this gonna be the 0. Wait, what? Huh? What? How did this become... What? How did it start thinking that this is 0? What? Why does it now think that that is... What the fuck? Or is it meant to be 90? Or minus 90 or something? 90? Huh? Man, Unity is doing some strange things right now. Look at this. Oh, it's minus 90. Okay, it's meant to be minus 90 apparently. The other... What if I just reset the damn transform? Boop. Alright, problem solved. Don't look back, it's solved. Okay, don't question why. Okay, so first of all I'm just going to do the rotating colons. So the way to do this... Okay, say... Blah 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 blah. The colon bones are in here. So we want to do this for all of the bones. So a really easy way to do that is for each, and enter transform, and I'm going to call it the current transform. How do you do this again? Is it just in? Yeah, that works. Okay, so basically what that's saying is it's looking through everything that's in here. And for each time through this loop, it's going to make this become the current thing that it's looking at in here. So it's just going to call the current colon that it's looking at this. That's why I call it cur_trans for the current transform. Remember, the transform is just referring to this. And this is what you use to move things around like that. And you have to tell Unity again, just to like verify, I guess, that you understand what you're doing. Sort of tell it, yes, I know this is going to be a transform. Is it just me or does the screen look really bright? Is this like painful to your eyes to read this? I'm really sorry. I only just noticed. I'm gonna make this a little bit darker. Hold on. What's the best way to do that? Color correction, I guess. Let's call it darker. By the way, I can just put it over here. Oh my god, this looks really... Why does it look so bright when it's on that one? Holy god. Whatever, never mind. We'll just lower this a small amount. Is that better? That looks a lot better, right? Somewhere around there, maybe? Maybe there? Let's make it minus 0.1. Alright. Sorry, I didn't realize that was so overblown white. Damn. Alright. So what do you want to do to each of these colons? We want to rotate it based on the current time. So let's look up what the current time is. So we need... I think that's stored in system.datetime, right? .now? Yeah. If you don't want to have to type this every time, you can just say using system.datetime. But, I'm not going to be using that often. On the other hand, it is a clock, so... it'd be a bit silly to not do that when we're using a clock. Hang on, what? Using namespace can only... The datetime is on a namespace. Oh, using system? Who cares then? I'll just do it this way. It's complicating things, Yuki. And what we actually care about is the current milliseconds. So I'm guessing that would work. Normally Unity actually tells me a description when I hover over it, but I guess it's a bit self-explanatory. Yeah, there's no description. So I'm guessing that is going to go from 0 to 1000 and repeat over and over. I really hope so. We don't have to hope. We can do this. Don't need that to be done for each colon though. So this is just gonna, every frame, tell me what the current millisecond is. I'm just gonna run that and see what it puts out, because I'm hoping that it's like... goes back down to 0 on every second, and that it doesn't... it's not like some running count of, you know, the number of milliseconds in the day that have passed so far, or something like that. Let's just have a look in the console, which will be flooded with messages now. There we are, look at that. It's just going up to 1000 and then it's restarting. Or near 1000. Every time there's a frame. Yeah, alright, perfect. Perfect. Alright. So we can rotate this, each colon based on that, but we don't need to be looking up this for every colon. We can just store it every time. In fact, we really just want to know how to rotate each colon. So I'm gonna call this... what did I call it in here again? Rot angle. Alright, I'll call it rot angle for the rotation angle, which is going to be the current time in milliseconds, but we want that to only range from 0 to 360, because that's the full rotation, you know? And that's as far as we want the things to rotate. So we want to scale 0 to 1000 down, so that it's just like 0 to 360. Best way to do that would probably be to divide it by 1000, then multiply it by 360. Or you could say divide it by 1000 times 160. And if you want to be really clever... Sorry, 360. Where did I get 160 from? If you want to be really clever, division is actually slower than multiplication. So what you could do is... I don't know, the compiler might automatically do this, but as I say, I'm used to writing code for like small things, like little microcontrollers, just as a hobby. So I'm used to trying to optimize things to high heaven. So what you could do is multiply by 1 over this. And that'll give you the exact same thing. Then you only need to calculate this once. This will be like hard-coded at this point. I'm not sure you actually need this though. I'm gonna make a note for this because this is a bit of a mess. Convert 0 to less than 1000. Millisecs to 0 to less than 360 degrees. Because it's never actually going to quite reach 1000. It's going to reach 999 and then roll back over to 0. And again, so it's never going to quite reach 360. But if it did, it would look the same as 0. So, you know, 360 just looks the same as 0. Look, I'll prove it. So what is this? X does that. Looks the same. 0, 360, 0, 360. 180 is the other way around. Alright. And then for each colon, we're just going to set the rotation of whatever it is Oh my god, Minnie, stop. I already need to go to the toilet. Alright. Thank you for hydrating me, I guess. No, actually, I do. I'll be so grateful of that come the summertime. Well, I'm just gonna be drinking non-stop anyway. Water, not alcohol, okay? Not alcohol. Don't get dehydrated in the summer. You can get a kidney stone. It's very horrible. I've had it like twice or 3 times. I can't remember. My memory's not good. And both times it was after I was having alcohol the previous night. So anyway, where was I again? Alright, so I think it's X rotation. No, it's not, is it? Y? Oh wow, look at that! Looks pretty cool. It's like a clock-like thing rotating in the background. So it's actually Z. Z. That's kind of annoying, because minus 90 then is... We want it to be like offset by minus 90 then. Because minus 90 is when it's facing us. That's fine. We can just subtract 90 then. Minus 90. So it's actually going to range from minus 90 to less than 270 degrees. Alright. Just trying to get my comment to fit neatly on the screen. Okay, whatever. That'll do. So, we're just going to set its local Euler angle. Euler angle, I always pronounce it as, but the guy's name was actually Euler pronounced. The X rotation. No, Z, right? To be the thing we just calculated above. Is that right? No. Or was it rotation to that? Now, how did you do that again? I can't remember. How the hell did you do it? I literally just did it in the digits and I can't even remember. Wait, what? Oh, right. You have to specify the entire 3 at once. You can't just change the one of the X, one of the Y, one of the Z. Kind of an annoying quirk of Unity to as well as C#, I guess. But... New vector 3. So a new set of X, Y, and Z. This is going to be 0. That's going to be 0. And we only want to change the Z. See, these two are always going to be 0. Alright, let's see if that works. We've got the clock controller. We've given it the colons. Every frame, they should sort of rotate to show the current position in the second. Let's find out if it works. Boop. Let's switch back over to scene view because I can get a closer look. Ooh. They are not rotating. But we're not getting an error either. Very interesting. I wonder why that is. We've got the clock controller, we've got the colons. Let me just see. Okay, I'm unable to control the rotation now. I can't override it. I can move the position, but I can't move rotation. So this line is executing. It's overriding the rotation on every frame. This is not the correct rotation. Let's see what's going on then. I'll make this simpler as well. Let's divide it by 1,000. So now it ranges from 0 to 1, right? And then we multiply it by 360. I'm not going to care about the minus 90 either. I just want to see it moving. A little bit confused about why that didn't work. They do range from 0 to 360, don't they? Yeah. Let's have a look. Does it work now? Was it some mistake I made when I was doing the stupid optimizing stuff that probably doesn't even optimize? Ooh, okay. Let me just zoom right in, see if I can see any movement at all. God, it's so annoying how... trying to move the camera like this. Yeah, I can't see it move. I thought it might be moving just like 1 degree or something silly like that. Interesting. time to throw in some debugging things. So let's actually see what it's trying to rotate it to. Trying to rotate colons to that. Let's see what that gives us. Oh, I think I know what it is. I think I just worked out what it is. It's gonna say 0, isn't it? Yeah, okay, I know what it is. So, this is probably an integer. Yeah, it's an integer. And when you divide an integer, you'll always get an integer. So, it's gonna round down. So it's always gonna be 0. If it were to reach 1000, then this would become 1. But it's gonna reset after 999. So what you need to do is this, and that forces it to divide by a floating point number. And the same there as well. Actually, it looks like it's trying to convert to double, which is strange. A better way would probably be to just convert the milliseconds into a float to begin with. But a float allows you to have numbers that are not precisely integers. Let's see if that works now. Oh, sorry, that's not how you do it, NC. That is how you do it. Alright, let's see if that works. Should do. I'm so confident that'll work. I'm gonna add the minus 90 back. Minus 90. Alright, let's see if that works. Now we wait for Unity to update and run it. Ah. Hey, look at that. Looks like it's rotating backwards though. Oh, it's still doing the debug message as well. And look at that! It resets every time, you know, it's not just building up a huge number. That looks kind of nice. Why does it look like it's flickering so much though? Is it reflecting something? I think the inside of this is like maybe being reflected? No, the inside is dark. If you look at the green circle that's rotating around, it looks like it's always correct. Why did it look like it was flickering before? Is it just me? Could also just be, you know what, it could be the fact that Unity's not running as smooth as it wants to be. It's messing it up a bit with the motion blur. Let me turn off the motion blur. Because here it looks correct, and only here it looks like it's stuttering. Man, my computer is not enjoying trying to do this all at the same time. Post-processing is here. Oh my god, my computer's dying! It was motion blur as well. Is this it? Yee. Boop. Okay, I shouldn't be motion blurred now. Still doing it. I'll worry about it later. My computer's dying. Let's just get the logic for this working. And they're also going backwards as well. So really I wanted to head in the opposite direction. So to do that, we can just make it 360 minus everything we're telling it to do right now. Then 360 minus 0 will be 360. You know? So it's like the opposite. And if it was meant to be at 360, 360 minus 360 would be 0. Yeah, so that's just a way to reverse it. Kind of annoying that it does it in that direction. But oh well, okay, that's the columns anyway. And we don't need to be debug logging. And we can also put this into its own neat little function now called rotate colons. Boop, there we go. Now every update we can just call that. And we can make a separate one for setting the digits, which let's call it something like auto set digits. So automatically set the digits to whatever they should be. Make a new function called that. I'm going to We're going to look at the current time. So the first 2 digits should be the hour. The next 2 digits should be the minutes. And we should have the seconds afterwards. So let's do that. So we do that by looking at system.datetime. I don't like the fact that I'm going to be looking at this multiple times. I guess there's no... Hold on. Let's have it be what I'm worried about is if it's looking at system.datetime.now multiple times, once for the digits, once for the milliseconds, and maybe even looking at it like 4 times, once for the hours, once for the minutes, once for the seconds, etc. You could actually have slightly different times, which could like theoretically have it like glitch to show when the hour changes, it could show the next hour, but it's still showing like the minutes and seconds from the previous hour or something like that. Could technically be possible. So I'm just going to get this at the very beginning. Thanks, Minnie! Hug! Oh, you know what? It's nearly tomorrow. Maybe I'm going to be streaming tomorrow morning. Maybe I should focus on Yeet the Uke right now instead of a clock, right? I don't know. I feel like they're both near completion. Which would you rather see? So inside here, we're just gonna look up what now is. I'm gonna call it the current now. Is that it's gonna do the colons based on the current now. And every time I want to look at the hours, minutes, and seconds, I'm just gonna look at the current now. I'm just gonna do that. In all honesty, you might as well just have this in the update at this point. So, let's just try and set the hours first. Hours are on the first 2 digits, so let's look at the hours. Now.hour. And I believe this is going to be 24 hour, if I'm not mistaken. Which is good for me, that's how I want it to be. So, let's look at the hours then. And we want the tens. Like, we want the multiples of tens to be the first digits. This one. And the multiples of 1 to be this one. So in other words, 10 and 20 is done by setting this to 1 and 2. And then like 21, 22, 23, etc. will be done by setting this digit to 1, 2, or 3. So it's just... what we can do is, so in order to get just this leftmost digit, we just divide it by 10 with what's called integer division, which is just dividing and then rounding down. You just look at the integer part, throw away any other crap. We don't care about that. And since this is already an integer, when you divide it, that's the kind of division it will do. So, immediately we can just say, for this digit controller, digit.setValue. Wait, was it set value? No, it's set digit. Why can I not access this? Why can't I do set digit? Oh, right. Specific one. This digit. Dot. Set digit. There we go. Okay, so the first digit, number 0. We're gonna set in. It's a bit confusing me saying digits and digits and digits. Maybe? I don't know. This is me thinking about naming again. Maybe I should call this position? Maybe set number. Maybe show number or something like that. This is a really weird issue I'm having. Like, do I refer to each of these as a digit? Do you know which position they're in? So this is the first digit, second, third, fourth. Or do I refer to what they're showing as the digit? You know, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the stuff that's thoroughly uninteresting to watch. But takes so much of my time. to try and think up? Mini, please. Mini, please. Also, hi, Mini. There you go, I tipped it down my chest just for you. Why the thin heart? It looks really thin. And you just noticed that I watched it fly across my screen. So we're showing a number, I guess. Show digit, show number. Fuck it. Show value is what I really want. I'm gonna call it that. There we go, I've decided. Oop. I just realized I keep on thinking these are in the other order. I think it's because I normally have the most all-encompassing one on the left, and then the more, when you're diving down into the details, I usually put those on the right. So I just noticed I kept on clicking on the wrong one. Alright, so anyway, we want to set the value of the first digit to be the current hour divided by 10. So if I were to run that now, we should get 1 being shown. Hang on, why is that an error? Oh right, it wants a byte, doesn't it? Screw it. Let's just use an index, we can make an integer. You happy now? You happy now? You happy now? Please reconsider. Thank you. What is that? Oh, right. Okay, so if I were to run this now, this clock controller should set the first digit to be the first digit of the hours, which is a 1, because my time right now is 18, so 6 PM 18. So hopefully the very first digit should become 1. And this is like the first time the clock's actually going to be showing the time. To some degree, 1 digit of the time. But if it works, we're on the right track. What the hell is that? That is not how you show the digit 1. I wonder if I made that wrongly in the lookup table. Let's have a look. So the very top position is 1. We go 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. So it should be 1, 2, 4, 8. So it should be 8 plus 32, right? Which is 40. Huh. Interesting. I think we're passing the correct thing in, right? So if we're passing in 1, then I should be looking at the bits. Have I properly set the... Am I passing the correct things? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think so. 0 is that. 1 is that. 2. Oh! Right! That's 2. 0, 1. Ah, never mind. I thought it wouldn't cross like that. I forgot how I made my own damn thing. You gotta read it like this. This. Then these two. Then that. Then these two. And then that. So actually it's 4 plus 32, which is 36. Boop. Alright, that should fix it. I was wrongly defining how to show the number 1. Okay, so we should now see a 1 here, but let's double check, because apparently I'm making a bunch of mistakes. There we go. Nice. However, the time is not 14, 44, and 44 seconds. Hopefully I'm done with the digit controller now, but I thought I was before as well. Okay, so we're showing the first digits. What we can do is this modulo 10. So this... How do I explain modulo? It's basically dividing and then looking at only the remainder. But that doesn't really sound... That sounds complicated and doesn't really tell you why it's useful. Basically, it makes the value wrap around, loop back to 0, when it would reach this. So it will allow you to have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And by the time you reach 10, it becomes 0 again. And if you pass it 11, you just get 1. 12, you just get 2. So that's exactly what we want that digit to do. We want the second digit to do that. And I believe that's what you type in C# to do that operation. But let's just double check. If I press run, we should see 18 at the beginning of the clock now. Let's find out. Boop. Moment of truth? Hell yes! Nice! So now it was just a case of basically just doing this for the minutes and the seconds as well. So it's the hours, the minutes, and the seconds. Minutes are in digits 2 and 3. Seconds are in digits 4 and 5. Let me just look at the minutes. And the second. And if I do this, you should now see the current time, second hour. Alright, let's see if it works. Moment of truth. That's why Unity is so weird with deciding whether I click the play button or not sometimes. Whoa! Okay, we have some slight problems with how I define some of these digits apparently. Okay, so for some reason 6 is 0. the way of showing... 6 and 0 the wrong way around. What the hell? 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all fine. 5 is messed up. 6 is messed up and 7 is messed up. Look, I was doing the same thing again. I was turning on this segment here instead of this segment here. It's like halfway through setting this up here. The digit controller stuff. I accidentally forgot how to count these segments. Alright, this is kind of working though. We just need to fix the definitions of these digits. Then we're done. So 0 is wrong. So let's just get the calculator back up. Thought we were done with this part. Almost though. So we want 1 plus 2 plus nothing here. Oh no, we do it that way. 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus nothing here. That's 8. Plus 16 plus 32 plus 64. I think that's right. Should be so. Let's see if 119 makes it correct instead of 123. Just to make sure I'm on the right lines. And if I am, I'll fix the other ones as well. Boop. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is wrong, 6 is wrong, 7 is wrong. Alright, so just 5, 6, and 7 need fixing. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna have the top one on. Sorry, the top one on. Next one down on. This one not on. So that'll be 4, 8. This one off. That would be 16. 32 and 64. So it should be 107. And it's not. Good. So that should be fixed now. If I remember rightly, the 6 looked like a 0 before and the 0 looked like a 6. And there used to be that. So I'll just do that. Also, I've noticed I'm just adding 4 to these values, right? This used to be 103. Maybe just adding 4 is fixing them. Interesting. 7. What's up, Minnie? Nice! I'm glad you're feeling better. And the final digit we need to fix is 7. So that's 1 plus nothing. 2, that would be 4 plus nothing. That would be 8. Nothing, that would be 16. 32. That makes 37 in the end. Fuck, that's actually subtracting 4. Alright, let's see if that works. Do we have a clock now? Let's find out. Whoop. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Hell yeah, look at that. Oh my god, my sound just cut off right as I was saying that, and I realized how loudly I was speaking because I just heard myself not going through my headphones. No. Alright, look at that. We actually have the clock. It is working. But it's immediately snapping these bones to their new location, rather than smoothly changing them. So I think, for the final thing, and then we'll have the clock done, is we want them to like, whoop, smoothly rotate. And then we'll be done. That'll be cool. Don't need the digit controller anymore for sure this time. I fixed all of those. So, what we do here is... Oh, you know what? We do actually need the digit controller. This digit controller is what's going to be smoothly changing things. We can't describe to the digit controller, but we want it to be a bit like a 5, and it's turning into a 7 a little bit, can we? The digit controller itself needs to be doing the smooth changing. So right now, when we want to set the segment to on, we're immediately setting the angle to this. But what would be best is if we smoothly change... We basically wanted to move towards this rotation. Yeah. And in actual fact, we wanted to subtract towards that rotation, right? Because remember, when the angle turns in that direction, these things turn in the way I wanted them to turn. Well, I don't really care whether the top one turns that way, but I would like the bottom one to turn that way. Yes, that direction, not this direction. So really, I just wanted to sort of rotate in that direction towards their new value. Well, poof for now, Yuki. Alright, good luck! Good luck, Minnie! I know you said good luck, Yuki. I have to go very soon as well. I should have been eating like half an hour ago, but I kind of just want to get this clock working. Then it'll actually be a stream where I did something productive. Possibly not entertaining, but this wasn't a planned stream anyway, so I don't really feel bad. If not, then a lot of people like it. It's just an extra thing that most people can ignore. But I thought, might as well, you know? Something I enjoy. Maybe someone else could find it and enjoy it. I don't know. So, instead of immediately snapping to this angle, we wanted to go to whatever it already is, minus just a little bit. Oh my god, I love this song. What the hell? Alright, that's enough ear flapping for now. Let's do this. So we want to move towards this angle. There's actually something built into Unity that will let you move smoothly from, like, along a scale, if you like. So kind of... Oh my god, my hand tracking's not enjoying this. So like, along a scale, so with one value at one end and another value at the other end. And you can choose any position along that scale. But that's not exactly what I want here. Because remember, the clock is like spamming this on every frame right now. So... what's the best way to do this? I think I'll just make it like subtract 1 or 2 or whatever to move towards it. Is that a good way of doing it though? I'm second guessing myself so much. No, you know what? I've changed my mind. I'm going to do it the other way. The way that you can just smoothly choose a position along a scale. On the left side we'll have the current position, and on the right side we'll have where we want to be. And we'll choose a position that's a little bit closer to where we want to be than where we currently are. So every frame will just move a little bit closer. But because every frame we have already moved closer, so we have less distance left to travel to be where we need to go, it'll effectively be slowing down as it approaches where it should be. So instead of like zzz, like that at a constant speed, it'll be like whoosh, and then slow right down. Might look fancy, might look stupid. Let's find out. So how do you do this again? It's called LERP, if I remember rightly, which stands for linear interpolate. And it's something built into Unity at least. There you go, that's how you do it. So this one here is the X, Y, and Z of like the one end of the slider. And this one here is the X, Y, and Z of the other end of the slider. And this one here is 0 to 1. 0 is one side of the slider, 1 is the other. Whatever you type in there, this will return a value that's that far between these two, if you see what I mean. Let's just do it. It makes a lot more sense if I just do it. Just do it. So at this one, at the end of the slider, we want this precise position that we want. And at the beginning of the slider, we want wherever it currently is. And where it currently is this. This might look a little bit messy to do this, actually. I don't really know any better way of doing it. Put it on its own line, it might look neater. Okay, so the first value here is this. The beginning of the slider is where we currently are. The end of the slider here is where you want to be. And the third thing that lerp wants is that T. The T, why isn't it telling me? There we are, the T. And we're just going to tell that to be like somewhere along. I don't know where would be good. Let's try 0.4. Just give it that magic number and see what happens, shall we? We want the same thing to happen on the other segments as well. So this is the horizontal segments, and that's the vertical segments. I'm going to do the dreaded copy and pasting of code, which is generally not a good thing to do. And 0.4. Alright, so now I should, instead of just... Why is it complaining about 0.4? Really? Okay, so look at this. This is a little bit stupid. It needs to be a float, right? Which is like a lowish accuracy way of specifying a number which is like not an integer, so like 1.952 or something like that. But for some reason, when you type one like this in Unity, or in C, I guess in C#, it's like, no, that is not a float. If you type it like this, you must want super precision. Therefore, I'll make it something called a double, which uses double the memory to store that at a higher precision. And if you want to say, no, I really just want to make it a float, I don't need a number like that, you have to put an F after it. So anyway, C# ranting aside, let's just see if that works now. This should still work like a clock, just smoothly change each of these segments, like rotating towards them, you know? But I did realize actually, oh my god! What is that? What is that? Beautiful. It's also rotating on the wrong axis somehow. Amazing. Amazing. How is that happening though? What the actual hell? Whoa! Hi, Amy! Yes, it's... it's coding hours. Hi, Amy! I thought this would be easy, you know, so I'm trying it. I know, I thought it was going to be easy. Now I start coming into Euler angles and lerping between them, and I realize, oh, maybe it's not as straightforward. Alright, do I seriously need to work out the flipping quaternion for the rotation? Did you see what was happening? It looked quite beautiful. All my segments were doing weird things. It works without the linear interpolating. Let me just show you what it looks like without it, just so you can see that it's almost correct. You ready? Because my computer's not. Here it comes. Hey! So it's almost working. Thank you. I just want the other ones to just... and flip, you know, smoothly. Anyway, thanks for dropping by. Hope you're doing okay. I will give you a head pat. Nice. Nice yesing. Yeah, the stream was just like totally unplanned, so I thought I might as well, you know, try. I know most people probably wouldn't enjoy it. Okay, so what I'm probably gonna have to do is interpolate between what's called a quaternion version of these angles rather than what's called the Euler versions of the angles. So Euler is the really simple x, y, z, 0 to 360. It's just exactly what you see here, straightforward. But it has some issues, as you could see. So I might need to move along between the issues. You're interpolating the local angle. Wait, is that a problem? But you're interpolating between the local angle and something. Yeah, the rotation angle is just hard-coded to be either 0 or 180 though. Which should be okay, right? So like for example for this, it's just changing the x between 0 and 180. It's a bit too reflective. It's a bit hard to read. Could be wrong though. So basically it's just trying to move slightly further towards it each time. But I mean, I could just like do linear interpolation. Which that is apparently, but like, you know, just subtract to move closer towards it. I really like the idea of it going like whoosh and then slowing down as it reaches it though. Not sure if the fact that you're setting the angle while interpolating the same angle makes cursed stuff. It probably does, to be honest. Let me just run it and see what the X, Y, and Z is actually doing. Because only the X should be changing, so if anything else is changing, something's very wrong. Look at... Oh yeah, they're all changing. Look at that mess. Yee. Alright, so quaternion is a way of representing an angle that's really confusing to humans, but you can... They avoid problems and you can smoothly change from one to the other probably as well. Only problem is I need to find out what the quaternion for this is. And this. Thank you! I'll just set it and then I'll just like debug log it. This is such a stupid hacky... Nah, this is stupid. I don't want to do this. This is stupid. That's gross. Makes me feel sick just imagining doing it. I'll just subtract to move towards where I need to be. Sorry. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. So... we're gonna look where it currently is. I'm just gonna subtract. What is Rust? Wait, the language? It's a language, right? Hi, David! Pat. I only know it by name. I've never even seen it written. Is it like similar to something? Is it similar to C? I know nothing. Right now, by the way, I'm just gonna pay attention to this rotation angle. And I'm gonna change it to be... I'm gonna call it the rotation angle nu. So this is nu angle. And I'm gonna get the current angle as well. What angle cur is going to be the x of this. And screw all this messing around up here. Be gone, be gone, be gone. Be gone, be gone, be gone. Vec, vec. Statically typed, compiled, statically typed. So like C, right? You don't change the types of stuff, right? Is that what it means? Nice. Does it look like C when you're writing it? This is like the nerdiest stream I've ever done, holy crap. When you're doing this segment, you care about the Y, not the X. Wait, it's already defined in the scope? Hold on a sec, can I just do this? Okay, so by putting these braces here, this becomes a code block. And this thing's scope is restrained, refined, constrained, I never know how to say it, to this block. And I just... This way I can define it twice. If it enters this part, it forgets about it by the time it ends. But I don't know why that caused an error, because there's no way that this part and then this part can execute. So I wonder if there's a slight strangeness in the compiler or whatever. Not compiler. Yeah, if there's no break, then it's not a valid thing anyway, for some reason. It doesn't allow you to fall through. The only place you can fall through is if you... It's kind of annoying, to be honest. I think there's actually something you can... Is it continue? I think maybe you can do continuous. No, it doesn't like that. I think there's something you can explicitly type. I think you have to do something really silly, like put a label of a line. Yes, please fall through. I think that works. You have to like really explicitly tell it to do it. It's kind of a little bit annoying. Yeah, C# is being a little too... I don't know. I used fall through a few times. I would like look for special cases up here. I would like try to break my task down into, you know, into things where like something needs to be done in a lot of cases. In a couple of cases you need to do something additional. So I'd have additional things up here and then let them fall through to the default. But yeah, it's true that I've forgotten the break before as well. I guess it's kind of rare that you need fall through, and you can do multiple cases, I guess, but whatever. And you can still force fall through. It just looks a bit messy with a go-to, followed immediately by the line. So this is where we currently are rotated to, and this is where we want to rotate to. So I'm going to make the angle that we're going to be rotating to be... How do I explain this? I'm going to say, let's move the current angle a little bit towards this. Wait, would this actually work? Just explicitly... Oh my god. I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot. If I just like, instead of doing interpolating the X, Y, and Z all together, I could have just done interpolation in this area right here. And forced these to stay 0. I could have just interpolated the one angle I care about. Ah. I'm silly. But anyway, good luck with that, Emmy. I hope you're having fun. I'm stupid, man. Let's get rid of that. We don't need any of this. Any of this. All we need is this. Wait, how do you lerp? Math.lerp? Yeah, that's right. So we wanted to end up at that. We'll just try 0.4, I guess. Split things up a bit to make it readable. So the X component, Y and Z is staying the same. Yeah, thanks. I feel like I deserve that right now. Oh, that was me trying to make a derpy face. It didn't work very well. Sorry. I'm big and derpy. The camera's attached to my head now as well. Look, if I rotate, just my hair moves. It uses a parent constraint, and you can adjust the weights of each thing that is parenting to, you know? And just smoothly changes. I think it actually uses lerp as well. So I wanted to move from there. Well, you know what? I will do this first, just to make it cleaner. We'll go from the current angle to the new angle. That's it. Let's try that. And here, we keep that one the same. We just change the Y. Let's try that. Wait, it's not happy. Hold on. Oh yeah, we're gonna do that again. Moin rants about that again? Alright, let's see if that works. Here we go, moment of truth. Hopefully we have a clock that smoothly flips, like whoosh, and then kind of slows down as it reaches where it should be. And not going crazy. Moment of truth. Well, it's closer to working. Oh, we can kind of make out the string 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can kind of make it out. But it's doing something else a bit strange as well. But that's very, very close to working now, I think. Oh, hold on. No, wait, I don't understand. I guess it's still messing up that angle, right? It's still not doing a straightforward changing of that one angle. Am I seriously gonna have to store the current rotation locally so that Unity doesn't mess it up into some really weird thing and interpolate from that? I think I am. I think I actually am. Damn, that's messy. Let's do it. Hell yeah, messy. Let's call it rot angle prev, the previous rotation angle. Or maybe the current, actually. I'm gonna have to change the naming here, but who cares? What? Duke. Alright. Chonkers. I'm gonna call this Prev, I guess. Actually. And in the very beginning, I'm gonna make it be... Because at the very beginning, we don't know how big this is. It's set from Unity. Here. But once we've begun, we know how big this is. So at this point, I can size this to the correct size. We're gonna make it be a new float of size segment. Is it seg? What do I call it? Segment trans dot length. Will that work? Should work, right? Oh, can you also do... Can you specify a default value for this? I wonder. I'm trying to remember how I did this in C, actually. You never had this nonsense. Well... Was it something like that? I don't remember how you did it. I thought there was a way that you could set the default values. If you do new, I wonder if you do new, does it automatically default to 0 or not? We're already doing equals 0 equals 0. Let me just have a quick look. Stack Overflow to the rescue. Let me just double check this. C#. Initialize. One default value. New array. I don't even know how to word this. Oh, apparently I've looked up this question before. I just forgot about it. Oh, that's disgusting a way of doing it. No, there are just gross ways of doing this. It's so bad. No. They make a list of the values and then convert the list into an array. Ah. No, I don't want to do that. I'd rather just go into a for loop. Init angles. Init, bruv! Yeah, and there are other ways, like making some kind of gross... Like, I don't even know. There doesn't seem to be a standard way of doing it. I'm gonna call it init rotation angles. I'm gonna size it correctly. I'm just gonna go into a for loop. Starting at the first index, which is 0. Ending at the length of that. -1. Because it's -1 because it's less than. If it's less than or equal to, it goes up to it. But if it's less than, it stops before it reaches it. We add 1 each time. And we just set that one to 0. The end. Now when we set a segment here, we get the current angle of it. We don't need any of this mess anymore. We get the current angle of it. I'm gonna call it the current angle. And the current angle is going to be the previous angle of that segment. We don't need this anymore. I'm just defining it out there. Because before, when we wanted to know the current rotation, we had to know either get it from the Y or the X. Because the horizontal and vertical segments are different in that way. But now we don't care. We just get it from there. I wonder if you know how to fix that in Blender, Emmy, actually. It's not a big deal, though. If you're there, I have a question. I'd rather not get you... No, I don't want to... You're busy, sorry. Alright, so... We're gonna go from there to there. And then at the very end... Well, actually, we're just gonna reconsider what the current rotation is. The current rotation becomes this. So it becomes what it already is. Move towards a new angle just a little bit. And that's what we rotate to. We actually do that in both cases, so we don't need to have it separate for horizontal and vertical. It's just which one we set it to then. Becomes a different thing. Look how small and compact this is starting to become. It's becoming nice and beautiful. Well, you know, as beautiful as my own code can become. And when we're done, we just remember. We store in our little array what the current angle is. We call that the previous angle, so the next time we come around, we can read it back again. And move a little bit away from it towards wherever we should be, which is this. Right now, if this doesn't work, I don't know what the hell to do. Because this feels as much as if I'm taking control of things as possible. But here we go. Moment of truth, the 4th? 5th? Ah, that's beautiful! Look at that! It looks a bit weird, actually. Also, I know my music's cutting off. My computer is dying while doing this. It looks a bit strange though, and also it's flipping back and forth. I kind of wanted it to only be rotate in one direction. I think I'm gonna make it slower. I'm just gonna make it really slow. Let's try. Well, thanks, Emmy. I wondered what it would look like if they never stopped turning and they just got close to the right angles. Could you even read it? And if not, how would it look? I mean, I find out, I guess. It's actually so really easy to read. Slow down even further then, I guess. It's not easy to see that what it's doing is rotating though, actually. So I might make it rotate on a different axis. It might look a bit silly. Oh my! Wow, look at that. Okay, that's pretty cool. Really difficult to read though, sometimes. Yeah, if it's a segment happens to be at the position it already needs to be at from the previous digit, it works quite well. But yeah, by the time it looks nice close up. From a distance, it's kind of looks like a broken LCD. Wow, look at it reflecting those lights. Jeez. I'm gonna need to change those lights. Okay, we've officially gone too smooth. That's too smooth. Abort, cannot read. So another way that these could rotate, by the way, instead of rotating around that axis, is wouldn't it be fun if they rotated like this? Like that. That'd be very obvious that they're rotating then. So that's the y-axis for this one. And for the z it's going to be a little more complicated. For the horizontal is the y-axis. When it's rotated this way, it's going to be a bit different. It's x. Oh, it's just x and then minus 90. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Let's try that then. Y and x. Let's try that. Can't believe that was such an easy modification. I say, not having tested it yet, let's find out if it works. You wait for the room to appear. Zip. Oh my god, it actually kind of works. Look at that. Not sure if I like it, but it does work. It's a bit strange. Has to be said. Yeah, I don't like the way this looks like it's flickering. It's the reflections, not ideal. Okay, that actually looks quite cool from this angle. Oh, you know what? I actually really like that. It's reflecting way too much though. This is really flashy. Man, I'm actually quite happy with that. I'll just have to change... If I change the material a bit so it's not so reflective, that would probably help. See if I can get this reflection probe working again as well. I don't know why it stopped working. Or is it just because I changed the material? Let me see. Oh, it is working. I just changed the material. So flashing. Alright, maximum... Like, it's like glass now. These things are almost made of glass. Let's see what that looks like, shall we? If you had a flip clock thing made out of glass, it might look something like this. I guess this is why they don't make them out of glass, huh? Oh wait, why is it not working when it's running? Why is the reflection probe not working when it's running? What? No, it works. What the hell? Oh, on Awake there were no lights, were there? So it needed to be every frame. Can do that though. Oh my god, how bright is that? Holy crap! Wow, oh my god, it looks so beautiful when you get the purple bits reflecting. But yeah, that is kind of bright sometimes and very difficult to read, although it looks really neat. I can make the backside non-reflective as well. That looks so cool. What the hell? Those reflections. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm just enjoying how it looks a bit too much. I'm gonna change the metallic and smoothness while I'm on this view. So we can tame it a little bit. It is reflecting the side of this. Oh, there might actually be a light that is reflecting now I think about it. Does look like it's stuttering, doesn't it? It's just colon's rotation as well. Oh no, it's not. These ones also look like they're stuttering as they're starting to rotate. The motion is actually properly smooth, and I'm using lerp, so I know that it must be smooth. I think it's just twinkling as it catches these three lights. I could make the lights less intense. That might help, but it'll also make the room darker, but let's just have a look. Okay, that's really reflective still. I guess I could just make the digits not as reflective. Yo dog, I heard you like lights. Or bloom. Please turn the range up and... Nah, then the whole room looks like it's the same color. That's not very fun. It is so bright and reflective though. It's like the worst. Ugh. Make me reflective? Alright, you asked for it. This could be difficult. There's a bunch of materials and metallic maps, I think. Guess I can just override that for a moment. If I'm reflective tomorrow morning because I've not been able to put this back, you know who to blame or thank. Which one's my body? This one. Let me just minimize some of these. Oh wait, it's just a case of disabling metallic, really? That should be easy then. Let's turn it on. Boop. Turn on the metallic. Oh my god, it's actually reflecting the room as well! Wait, is that? Hold on a sec, let me just use the other kind, 1 sec. The deprecated version does the same metallic and smoothness settings as the standard shader. I think? Or not? Oh, I'm changing. Wait, how have I started changing this? There we are. There we are. There you go. That's the room reflecting in me. That's the outside of the room reflecting. On this side, we should see the window, I guess? Yeah, there we are. There's the window. I think. I hope it is. It's a uke, it's a highly reflective uke. It's a metallic, entirely chrome uke, I guess. I'm not sure I like how it looks. But just the skin is. And one pair of whiskers? What the hell? Oh no, they both are. They was just reflecting white. Hi, Kanami! What does this stream become? I say as I go to do it to the clothes as well. Man, shiny clothes. That might look less gross. Lighting. I'll unlock that first. Also, if that lighting probe, or what's it called? Reflection probe, I've had to put on constantly updating mode. I should probably change that. So the reason the reflection probe is not working correctly when it's on awake, even though it looks correct here, when I start running it, it's not. It's because at the very beginning of the game, the room is not in view at all, and then it animates into position. So at the very beginning, when the room's not there, it takes a snapshot, and then that's what it uses for reflections. So that's not good. So that's why when I set it to every frame, it worked. But it looks like via scripting could also be a nice way of doing it. I think you can just, in the code, you could just tell it to take a snapshot when you're ready, when the room has appeared. I'm not sure the best way to do that would be. I could just wait for like 5 or 10 seconds and then take the snapshot. It's a bit of a silly way of doing it, I guess, but it would work. It avoids me having to do every frame all the time. But you only need this reflection probe if you want really reflective stuff anyway. If you want to be able to see a reflection of the room. Wait, hold on a second. How come it's not working when I set it to baked then? What's the excuse for it not working with baked? Because everything's around already. Skybox? Why is that not working then? Why does it not work on baked? Oh, hold on a sec, there's a button I have to click to bake it. So bake is just like pre-rendering, basically. Oh my god. Okay, this is grinding my stream to a halt. No, that's not quite right. That's my skybox. For reasons. Don't judge me. So why did that not work when I select... Also, why is it so flipping high resolution? Man! No, don't bake me, don't barbecue me. Why is the reflection probe not baking correctly? What the actual hell? What if I say everything instead of just the room? So, oh wait a second, might be because it's inside my head? That doesn't make sense, it still worked before. I'll move it a bit though, just in case. Zip. No, yep, there. Why is it not seeing anything? What? I don't understand this. Occlusion culling? I'm just clicking random things at this point, seeing what fixes it. HDR is allowing lights to look very bright when they're reflected. I don't see why that would stop it from working. It's not... What is box projection? Dunno. What is inside my head? Not much. A very small brain. I'll show you in a second. It's my emotes. My unused emotes. Yes, I can have heart eyes. Yes, I can have shiny eyes. I can squint. That's all. Behold the inside of my head. Let me just try and get a more spooky sound. This isn't because what I'm doing now is not spooky at all. Which one was it? This one? One of these is a pitch shifter. Not that I'm using any right now, I'm just using these to make my sound a bit better. Is this one right? Oh my god, that made me jump! There we go. No, wait, what makes it scary? If it is too dry? Oh, mine is 12. Ooh, is this scary? Is this scary? I don't think this is scary. I think this just sounds stupid. Ooh. Hello there. Okay, that is a little bit... It's more just annoying. Wait. It's more just annoying. My quest to find a scary sound will continue another day. One more day without proper scary sound for the spooky redeem. I'm sorry. All I have is a reverb. And a bunch of other things. I can also sound like a Dalek. Anyway. But that wasn't very scary. Sad. Why is it... It's not the clipping planes, right? Why would it be the clipping planes? Man, I'm gonna have to look this up some other time. Because it should be everything inside this box is being captured. But it's just not being baked. Look, there are lights, right? What are the lights set to? Lights are set to baked as well, right? I do not understand. Also, I don't understand how custom dynamic objects? I'm just gonna keep it in real time for now. So horrific. Horrific for my poor computer. And I'll actually give myself the reflective clothes that I was going to do before. Not that one, this one. Boop. Oh my god, you can see from when I had my Christmas thing, I've still got a Christmas texture set up. Yeah, this is how I did some glittery effects. Sometimes. Look at that, it reflects the room. How nice does that look? Totally unintentional though. Yeah, it was the doctor a while ago. Let's remove the map and everything, then my entire self will be reflective. Boop. There you go. Oh wow. Wow, look at that skirt. That looks beautiful. Oh my god, we've got like the lines of the skirt mixing with the lines of the room and it looks kind of trippy. Wow, look at that. That ribbon looks... Man, if I'm gonna have a clothing change... what the hell was a nasty sound? If I'm gonna have a clothing change, I might go to transparent clothing. Sorry, reflective. Not transparent! I swear, not transparent! I didn't mean to say that, I'm sorry. Alright, let's put it back. No fun allowed, no metallics. Boring clothes, let's go! Alright, so the clock is kind of done at this point, right? Pretty sure that was fine. Not transparent, Kanami, that was a slip of the tongue. Where did I put the... Oh, there. I feel like I could also maybe just actually change the color of the clock a bit. Man, that is so bright. Oh right, what I can also do is change the reflectiveness of the textures while keeping this the same. And for that we use a metallic map. Not entirely sure how well this will work with this shader though. I may have to switch to Polyumi because this one doesn't take a map for the smoothness. It has a metallic map, doesn't have a smoothness map. The smoothness it takes from the alpha channel of one of these two. I do not know why. Maybe to save RAM? VRAM? I don't have yeah, they remind me of that as well actually. There's a bunch there you can use if you want. Most of them are free. So I may need to switch to Polyumi. I may need to switch to Polyumi where I can use a separate map for metallic and smoothness. Don't need the pro version for this. Keep zooming in on the wrong thing. So now we're using Polyumi. Should have most of the same settings. Probably doesn't have metallics turned on though. Boop. There we go. Oh, not that one, this one. There you go, look, separate metallic map and smoothness map. And this should look pretty much the same as the other shader right now. It's just that I have the ability to change smoothness and metallic for all over the model individually. So, for example, where's my texture gone? Alright, so this is the texture currently. Zoomed in a lot. That's it at actual size? Yes. So this is the color of the outside and the inside. This is the color of the, you know, the white side of the digits and the colon and the other side. I wonder if I should make the inside bright. No, that'll be confusing. It'll be showing through the little gaps around the edge of the segments, I think. Not that this isn't confusing already. But that's partially why I want to use a map. Metallic map to make some parts less metallic and shiny and stuff. So I'm just gonna press Ctrl C, copy that into a new file, paste. I'm gonna save that one as clock 7sec metallic. And this now is the metallic map, but it only cares about black and white as grayscale. So I'm just gonna make this. Oh, you know what? Hold on, let me just choose a different color for these temporarily. I want the outside and the inside to be really reflective. So that's gonna be full on white. I want the back side of the digits to be not very reflective at all. So I'll make it like, I don't know, that. And then the side that is showing, we can have that be quite reflective as well, but not as reflective as the background. Let's see what that looks like. If I now tell it to use that texture for the metallic map. Boop. Whoa. Okay, so you see this is now still really shiny and metallic, but this is less, well, it looks white actually for some reason. Okay, might be a bit too bright. Might be a bit too bright. Just a little bit. Why is it so bright though? It's not in candid lighting, that's purely metallics doing that. Interesting. Okay, that's something I can tame with the smoothness, I guess. I keep on zooming on that. Well, you know, actually, that might be quite useful. Prop hunt? Yeah, we could do that sometime. Prop hunt is a fun game, and it would be nice if I could stream. Yeah, it would be nice if I could stream it. But I don't think I can stream it because you know, a lot of the prop hunt servers use kind of DMCA protected stuff, and my stream would probably not have good things done to it, so... We can still play offline if you want. Did we not play together, you and I, Kanami, at some point? So smoothness is controlling how in focus or how non-blurry these reflections are. If I turn it down, it sort of does that. Makes it really diffused. And I really like the sharp reflections. But goddamn, are they bright. And I don't know why. I also don't know why this looks black right now. Oh wait, yes I do. It's because I moved the reflection probe. I think it's because I moved the reflection probe. It might not, because... Oh yeah, it is. It's reflecting the outside like that. I should put the reflection probe closer to the clock. And then it will reflect what the clock sees. Kind of don't want it to see the clock though. So that's kind of annoying. I could put the clock on its own layer. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Because the rim outline is... I've got so many layers already though. So what's another layer to it? I'll probably change that. Maybe I should talk to Emmy about having another prop hunt session. Yeah, that'd be cool. Also, I just noticed it's been saying Black Maze here at the top right ever since I restarted my damn overlay. God. Why didn't no one tell me? It's gone now though. Oh yeah, we did play prop hunt with Emmy. With Emmy, I remember now. Also, why does it look so goddamn dark? How have I not noticed all this is so wrong? Bear with me for a sec. I can't believe this has been so dark the entire time. My reflections are going to be... What you've been seeing of my reflections is going to have been really bad. Yeah, this section is still black. I
can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe it either, Kanami. David, I was waiting for the text to appear, but it was slow and I was assuming it was Kanami. I'm sorry, Kanami. I'm sorry, David. Please forgive me. So I wanted to make a visualization for when someone uses the sound alert, right? By seeing up there in the text when someone uses it, because sound alert bot posts in the chat when someone uses it. You can set it to do that, but it's so delayed. comes through after the sound. So like, what good is, like, I wanted the visualization that would be like a speaker or something blasting the sound out. But what good is that if it appears after the sound plays, you know? I'm sorry, both of you. I'm gonna set this clock to be on the clock layer, which means it's not gonna be illuminated. So I need to change the lighting here. All of these to affect the clock as well. There you go. Oh, god damn it, that makes me jump so much. Why would you do that? It's better if it appears after. See how stupid that would be, though, to hear the knocking and then afterwards, whoop, speaker. or like the pish 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 appears. No, don't worry, it wouldn't catch my eye. If it's just text chat. You're thinking it's good because I wouldn't get to prepare myself, right? For it making me jump. But now I can... So this reflection probe, if I force it... So, there we go. So now it doesn't have the... I don't know if I should keep that one in there. I feel like people use that one by mistake. Unless that was not by mistake. I'm not assuming that you did. It's just something I felt like saying. So this reflection probe, let's make it look smaller because it's way too big for positioning nicely.
What? What the fuck?
Why though? Wait, is this rotated? Oh, it is. What the hell? Okay, so if I'm just gonna line that something like there, I guess. Let's put it there, maybe. Force it to update. Boop. Oh. Huh. That's not exactly what I was expecting. Yeah, that doesn't work how I was expecting it to work at all. That reflection looks weird. Man, that just looks weird. I'm not sure that looks good at all. Also, it still looks flipping black. You see past the end of the room. You see past there in the reflection. But maybe on here it's at an okay angle. Ah, right. My avatar camera is no longer capturing that. Avatar camera needs to capture the clock as well. Wait, what? Oh. Right, so this one... I didn't want to have to change things named in animation, so this is where the avatar camera wants to be, normally. And then it actually fades between that and the zoomed in version if someone uses the derp redeem, or the spooky redeem. Then the camera moves away from where it should be there, up there, and moves towards my face instead. That's why that's called actual. Exactly. So now it's not at this position. It's at somewhere else. That position. Head cam parent. Mostly. Ah! Oh no. Now I'm wide and the camera's attached to my head. Now it looks like I'm dangling from something. Ah! I'm wide and derpy, as if I wasn't derpy enough already. Oh my god. Oh, you can see the Kanami badge floating away as well. Ooh. Wait, no. This is like the Holy Uke. This is the sound of the Holy Uke. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Uke. This reverb is so loud. It's only like 18%. It's still really loud somehow. Maybe like... somewhere around here is better. Sag pants. Oh my god, it was actually the two of you that did it. Amazing, amazing synergy. I'm no longer wide. I'm still holy though. The Holy Uke. I actually did name it that. I couldn't remember if I did or not. This stream is just all over the place. I like this kind of laid back stream. It's just like... messing around, but actually trying to work on things as well. Right, so the camera needs to capture the avatar, the bits, the room, and now the clock as well. Ooh, there it is.
Nice.
For the longest time, the nice was so quiet. You could never hear it. This is really loud sound. But how do you do it? How do you do it? I can't. Did he did it with his, oh no, he just did it with his tongue, right? It's like, how the hell do you do that? I need a reverb for it as well. Nice. In fact, there wasn't enough reverb. Nice. Pop cat. Oh my god, that sounds like a stream with oh god. Sounds like a stream with trickling water. Just deafen myself for a second. Alright, so that display is readable. Let me just see how it looks when it's rotating the segments around. I'm hoping that they won't reflect the light as much now that I've turned down the metallic. Let's have a look. Oh my god, they reflect so brightly though. You got double. Nice. I guess that means I have to hydrate twice now, right? One appeared here, and one appeared up there. Damn it. And the second one. Alright. I'm just a little bit worried about how flashy that clock is, you know? Like literally flashy. Not fancy, but, you know. I don't wanna upset some people. Maybe I'll make it a bit less reflective. How does that look if I just lower the metallic and I'm leaving the smoothness up really high? Let's see how that looks. Likayuk? Is that gonna be a redeem? I'm not sure. Not sure if Twitch would like that or not. Oh, it's still so bright, isn't it? Let me just change the... What's it called? My computer is dying when I'm running... when I'm running this. Ah, right. Okay, right. Because if it's really smooth, it's reflecting strongly. Not the metallic. Alright. It's the smoothness we need to turn down then. Okay, let's make another one. This is metallic. This is smoothness. We'll just have maximum smoothness for everything. Except for... Well, we're just gonna lower it. A lot. And the backside is not gonna be reflective. Well, not very smooth, I should say. Wait, hang on, it currently is smooth though. Let's just see how that looks. Smoothness. Boop. Okay, I can already see when I enable it is cutting down on the glare quite a lot. Let's see how that looks when it's spinning around. Oh, that's good. That's really good. That's pretty good. I quite like that. Oh, stop it, please. No. Kanami. Don't come in. No. So I'm guessing that reflection there looks so bad because the reflection probe is... I'm so confused. No, that's looking back out here. What if I just move the reflection probe further along this way? Ooh, look at that. It's actually updating live. It's not every frame, because I've told it not to be every frame. Maybe I just want to pretend that there is a wall there. My computer's flipping dying. It does not appreciate trying to do this real-time audio stuff at the same time as being maxed out quite a lot. Oh, CPU's actually at 100%. Great! Oh my god. Let me just set the priority of my audio thing to be higher. I don't know if this will actually help or not. Priority high. I don't know if it's like the audio program or the driver.
Nice.
Wait, what do you mean no boys allowed, huh? No, wow, I'm not welcome? What? What? Is it because you're the FBI? No, it's nothing to do... It's the FBI isn't allowed. No FBI is welcome. Oh, yeah, because you're the FBI, right? Man, that reflection of the wall is so dark there. I can't believe how dark that is. Why is it so dark? It's this light that's doing it. Let me turn up the intensity of this light and see how it looks. Shield your eyes, it might be bright. Oh my god. Okay, it's not even hitting whatever the hell this is seeing in the reflection, I think. Yes, it never becomes bright. What the hell? What are we seeing reflected then? I mean, the obvious answer is nothing, I guess. Okay, so we're clipping through the wall slightly there. If you look down in the bottom right where it shows a reflection probes thing, put onto a sphere. Ah, right, I know why that is. I know why that is. It's because of this. The near clipping planars. So that controls when you're getting close to something, when it cuts off, when the... Like how close you have to be to something, how close it will render. Like for example, if I go into this sphere myself right now, eventually, when I get too close, boop, there, it stops rendering and you start seeing inside it. Alright, so now we see the reflection. Yeah, look at that. Very bright though. So what was it? It's the same as the other one, 1.85. Nice, we're actually getting some of that. Definitely money if... Oh, if you were the FBI? Yeah, but I don't think people would like you as much. Maybe just for being the meme of the FBI, but... I know, as soon as you start smashing down the doors, smashing all that stuff for no reason... What the fuck is the deal with that, by the way? Why do the police in America seem to barge in and just start smashing things? Or is that a meme? I saw it on The Simpsons, so it must be true. Right, so this is smoothness. Blah, 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 blah. The entire thing should be perfectly smooth. Metallic should be... Yeah, see, look, it should be full metallic and full smooth. Kinda me, I like you. Even though my sound is trying to cut off so that you don't hear me saying that I like you. You're my friend. Let's play. Oh, by the way, I still owe you that VR chat pool game, don't I? Let's do that sometime. Look, these reflections look so shit. Why can't I see anything in them? Why can't I see a line reflected or something fun, interesting? I'm just moving the reflection probe left and right now to see if it ever sees anything interesting. Okay, there was something interesting there. Yeah, okay, somewhere around there. It's not an accurate reflection though, that's the problem. I'm not really sure how to get one either. Can you bake reflections into things that don't move? If I just turn off the reflection probe. I feel like I need to ask Emmy about this. I feel like Emmy is, with all the world building she does, I mean, like literally building VR chat worlds. Oh, my sound. I'm just gonna stop this running, actually. I feel like you can, can't you, somehow bake a reflection into something? I don't even know at this point. I see, because it's a skinned mesh renderer, maybe you can't. It's kind of annoying. It would look really good with this grid line reflecting in it like that. I mean, I guess I could manually texture it to have that. So I really like this song. It's this song that you see over there on my actual overlay. It's not this one. This one. This is like a placeholder. I tried to use really big text for all of these things, so that I could just make sure that the line wrapping works correctly and that it would be able to cope with those, you know, those Twitch users who like to have really long names. And songs that like to have long names. I'm gonna have to stop streaming soon, by the way. I'm kind of hungry. I should have been eating 1.5 hours ago. It's kind of funny though, this is the time I'd normally start my evening streams, and I'm ending one sometime around now. Kind of surprising myself, to be honest. That'll do. I think the clock looks fine at the moment. It's not blinding as it's reflecting anymore. I think I'm just gonna end this though. Tried to get a full body thing going last stream and it fell apart. Were you using... Oh, so Steam VR, right? I won't pry into the details if you don't want me to on stream, but... As you can probably tell, I'm a little bit nerdy and I kind of am interested in the technical details. By the way, Kanami, I don't know if you've seen this. It's kind of funny if I exit my overlay and run this. Then this becomes my overlay! Woo! Look at this, it's behind the scenes. And for made me jump. It wasn't loud enough though. You know what, I'm gonna turn it up. No, I'm not gonna do that. It'll affect other people. I don't know. I'll turn it up slightly. But yeah, I can become Ragdoll now as well. For Yeet the Uke Redeem, which is almost ready. It's fine, don't worry. So right now, wait, what is this? It's moving around. What is that? What was that thing that was moving around? Oh, I think I know what it was. I think it's the thing for moving myself when I'm a ragdoll. So yeah. I made a thing that controls the rigid bodies. Blah 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 blah. To cut a long story short, this happens. Boop! And now I'm a ragdoll. And I can be moved around with this redeem, which is going to be Yeet the Uke. Woo! It's not working yet. Today I decided to focus on the clock instead of the Yeet the Uke, unfortunately. Look at that clock just ticking away in the... Whoa! Okay, when you get... I thought the 2 was broken. I didn't see one of the digits. It looks fine in this view. I say as I'm hanging by my head. Just because someone was grabbing me. Alright. Snapping back to reality. Boop. Alright, well I think I'm gonna end my stream here because... Wait, what do you mean? So like sometimes it wouldn't happen? What would happen if Yeet the Uke plus Derpy plus Wide? That would be possible. The camera would follow my head around though, so you wouldn't really see me flailing. You might see my arms just like enter view like this every now and then. Let me trigger that. Unless you want to spend your own channel points to do it, but I'll do it myself. 1 sec. I have infinite points on my own channel. I mean, I can just turn up at them. No, that wouldn't fix the camera. Hold on. Was it Derpy and Wide? Wide is, reduces the effect of Derpy, unfortunately. If I just... do that. Wow, that looks so weird. Okay, now I'm Ragdoll. You can't really tell, right? Except for the fact that my head's no longer moving. Just just looking straight into it and my eyes no longer move either because my eyes are also bones. Wait, why does that stop my... Oh yeah, right, because I stopped the bones from updating. Now if I throw myself around... Oh my god, okay, you can probably notice, holy crap. Of course, because my head tilts as well. Oh my god. Okay, holy crap, sorry about that. Oh my god, what is happening to me? I need to wait for the... Hold on, let's switch to this view. Oh, I'm stuck trying to go through the wall, that's why. Shake the uke. Yeah, and then when I'm stuck like trying to go through the wall, oh, it wore off. Never mind, we'll have to find out another time. Look, this ragdoll does very strange things. Also, the shaking of the head looks amazing when it's motion blurred as well. It looks so much more dramatic. Oh, I stopped doing it now. POV, you're a GoPro on the helmet of someone doing extreme stunts. Basically, the camera does become attached to my head, yeah. So, right now, you're looking at... If I can get the cam avatar. Okay, so this is the avatar. This icon here is what you would see when it's running normally. When I activate Derpy...
Nice.
When I activate Derpy, this happens. Oh, it's on cooldown, hang on. It's got a... I put a 2-minute cooldown on it. Because I wanted to ensure that you can't activate 2 of those at the same time. I haven't made my code be able to handle that. Like, accidentally entering the state twice when it's already entered and stuff like that. Let's do it. So if you watch this... Why? So if I enable spooky or derpy, this camera here will move, hopefully. Wait, what? Why did it move down there? What the hell? Oh, I guess it's like attached to my head and it moves. Ah, yeah, it moves further away because the field of view changes to make it look derpy. If I allow myself to move now... Boop. There we are. You can see how the camera's just always... There you go, that's what it would look like. Wow, that looks pretty cool when it's in this full view, instead of down like that. Oh my god. Nice! Woo! So yeah, this camera just moves around with my head all the time now when it's on this view. Let me make this really big, hold on. Hide the logo as well. Oh my god! Whoa! Look, I have like a really ghostly hand. Oh yeah, because it fades off towards the edge of the picture. Alright, I think that's enough. On this... Okay, no, I'm gonna be really distracted by this now. Wait, why are my ears not moving? Is this a bug? Let me try something. There might be a bug where my ears are not moving after one of those redeems. Disable and re-enable face tracking. Yeah, there's a bug. My ears should be going down because I'm frowning right now. Huh. Huh. Is it after I've been in a ragdoll and my ears no longer work? Oh, this is very strange. Very strange. Is this going to turn into a debugging session? I know I should be eating. I know I should be. Wait. My ears don't work at all now? What has happened? What is this? Why do my ears not work? No! My ears! No! Why? How? Why? No! It was me who broke myself. It was me. I don't understand why the ears aren't working. Alright, let's have a look at the blend shapes. Look at this amazing live debugging session. We can get this from any other VTuber. Oh wow, look, you can see my mouth shapes moving. Wow, look at this. I've never looked at this before live. Oh, my ear blend shapes just aren't moving at all for some reason. They're like forced to 0. I can't even change them. Oh wait, I just changed one by mistake. So this one is named left ear down, or lower left ear, and lower the right ear. And this one should be lower both ears, but I can't move that because that's the one that's being controlled. So when I raise my eyebrows, these happen. And when I frown, those happen, so my eyebrows like lower and also angle downwards a bit, like that. I'm not quite sure why my ears aren't lowering right now though. I have one idea why. Let me just have a quick look. Immediately returns to T-posing. I forgot how you can see everything right now. But there we go. I think it might be to do with this. Let's just double check. Brows down. Yeah, it's for some reason forgotten that the ears should be down. I don't understand why this happens. It's Uni VRM, which is a thing that lets you use VRM avatars inside Unity. Hence Uni VRM. And I don't know why. These blend shapes, so these configurations of blend shapes, so basically things to change, you know, on the expressions under different circumstances, just get corrupted sometimes. And sometimes they just don't, you know, they don't do anything at all sometimes. Sometimes it'll be the case that my eyes won't open or close, my mouth won't move when I talk, because it's just forgotten all of them. Well, that's good to know that it's just forgotten that. And then if I were to turn that up, which is the ears down, you can see down here, it'll probably work. Except I don't want that for brows up, I want it for brows down. When I'm frowning. Huh, it's a bit strange. Don't know why that happened. I'll just copy the fresh set of blend shapes over from a previous version. Just in case there are some other ones corrupted in some way that I haven't noticed yet as well. But alright, I think that'll do for now. I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna eat. We've made a clock. And we've even shown some behind the scenes of all this. What more could anyone possibly want? Except for maybe, you know, competent gameplay. But what the hell? Twitch isn't about gaming, right? Right? I'm gonna go. This is gonna be the end of the stream. I'm gonna be streaming again tomorrow morning, which is actually in like 14 hours. I'm gonna be streaming again. I'm gonna be streaming some more of Black Mesa. I'm on the very last planet, like the last chapter actually. I've just gone to Zen. So yeah. It's gonna be tomorrow. It's probably gonna be quite hard. It's also very beautiful. So we'll be playing that tomorrow at 10 o'clock AM UTC, which is what is it? Some not very good times for America. I'm very sorry. But at least it'll be archived. At least you get this, whatever the hell this stream is. Oh yeah. Wait, is that a good thing, David, or not? I don't know. Anyway, I love the way you dropped by though. It's so kind of you. Yeah. It's kind of work times, unfortunately. Also on night times, right? Sleeping. But anyway, that'll be tomorrow. And then on Friday, I'm going to be doing another stream. So look, it's like 3 days in a row this week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh, and Tuesday. What the hell? It's 4 days in a row. Friday, I'm going to be streaming in the evening. I'm finally going to be doing a rhythm game. It's called Thumper, which I've played before. It describes itself as a violence rhythm game or a rhythm violence game or something. You'll understand why when you see it. It's very sort of like dark atmosphere and a very strong atmosphere. It's very intense. And it's like first kind of a, well, third person perspective 3D. But yeah, very fun. I'm doing that in the evening because there's no way I could keep that up for like a 4-hour daytime stream. That's like, my head would like flipping explode. It's very intense. But yeah, I'll be doing that. That was actually what I tested my stream with early in 2021. But anyway, I'm very happy with this clock. Not so happy with its reflections. Oh, sorry, you can't see it. Yeah, I'm very happy with this clock. Also happy with its reflections, though. Ah! Thank you for the pets. Well, good luck, Kanami. Good luck, Kanami, with your work. You gonna be at work as well on the Friday? Well, it doesn't really matter. Do what you have to do. I'm just happy that you stopped by. But yeah, that'll be all for today. Tomorrow is Black Mesa, Friday is Thumper. I've got the proper schedule on my Twitter. It did not list today, because this was just kind of spur of the moment, and it's not really the kind of stuff that I think most of my current followers are following for. I would like to maybe make it more of a thing though, just, you know, have some streams where I work on my stuff. Yeah. If it can be streamed, you know, maybe someone wants to stop by and watch and chat. So, I feel like I might as well stream, just in case. That is all for today. Thank you, David. Good luck with work and all your stuff, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye! Whoosh! Actually, hold on a sec. How did I almost forget? I need to raid someone. And it's the time of day when I might actually be able to raid someone who I am more familiar with. Because, like, during the daytime, if I'm streaming during the day, you know, I can't be watching while I'm streaming someone else's stream. So I normally am watching in the evenings, right? Or late at night for me. So I'm more familiar with the streamers who stream at that time, which is mostly American streamers, because that's just how time zones work. And, yeah. So I think I'm going to pass the baton on. Whoa! Actually, you know what? Mini is streaming. A friend of mine who I played, pool in VR chat recently with. So I'm going to pass you on to him. I'll probably be watching him on my phone while I eat. I won't be eating him, don't worry. But he's currently playing Pokemon Blue. I think it's Blue, right? Pokemon Red/Blue. Really? Twitch? You group those two together? Alright, fine. Yeah, Merrick and the EU streamers. Well, the kind of... Yeah, the American... The EU ones don't stream so much late at night, usually. I would love to. But I can't, because I'll be disturbing people who want to sleep. But yeah, that's why my evening streams are normally short. Also, I'm so hungry. I'm gonna eat. Oh yeah, you do as well. Yes, I did catch one of your nighttime streams fairly recently, I think. You're playing, what was it? Far Cry? Something rather? I think it was. Oh, a game that very much reminded me of Far Cry. Wasn't it the one with Voss? That guy. Do you know the definition of insanity? Guy. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna pass you on right now. That was Far Cry 6, was it? Okay. I'm gonna pass you on now to Minnie, and I'm probably gonna watch as well. But yeah, help a bat out if you want. And that's all for now. I'll see you tomorrow and Friday, hopefully. Thank you all for stopping by. Bye-bye for now. Whoosh. Should probably have queued up the raid before I disappeared. Then I wouldn't be waiting like this. 2 more seconds. Thanks, David. Bye.